Hey Paige, how are you? Yes, we are live. And today we are trying to find out more about Sherlock's mother, although I don't think we should find out after last time. I think this is a bad idea. I'm with John. John suddenly changed his tune about finding out. I think this is a bad idea. And now we've got yet another case. Well, wow, we were invited to an art gallery, which feels very weird. What else there is to find out? I don't know. I mean, John's got a diary, which again, is still weird for an imaginary person. And it even says down here, Sherry's memories of his mother turned out to be not so happy. It's breaking his heart, and my heart aches too. All of me, in fact. I don't think it's good, this. And now suddenly we're invited to an art gallery. I don't think this is the time or the place, but maybe we need to do something else, so... They all seem to link into each other, so maybe it's worth doing that, and we'll find out more. I still think she's got dementia. Bizarre. I keep forgetting things. God, that's a terrible thing to say after the dementia. That's my epilepsy, actually. It makes me keep forgetting things. Bizarre Road and Hermes Avenue. Bizarre Road, Hermes Avenue. Bizarre Road, Hermes Avenue. Bizarre Road, Hermes Avenue. There. Now don't forget it. Oh, I'm good. I was working on a new video earlier. Then I did some PhD stuff.
Do exercise some restraint, Mr. Holmes. Find the who's and we'll handle
the whys. Oh, hi, Balls. Oh, I hope you have fun. And yeah, hopefully we'll have a good stream. We did play some Batman last night, the second season, which was really good. That had a lot of the Joker in it, if you want to have a look back at that at some point. I know you like the Joker. And it had the Riddler in it as well. But yeah, I hope you had a good day and I hope you have fun. Thanks for popping in, though. Oh god, that was a bad joke, Paige. Yeah, it was really good. There's a lot more to the Batman ones this time around. Even more to do with relationships and stuff. Oh, I like the fact we've got an elephant in the back garden. So, the fake elephant. Yeah, Batman was really good. I'm looking forward to playing the next one of those. I'm probably not going to stream for a few days. I might do one more tomorrow, but then I'm out for a conference for my PhD over the weekend, so I won't be streaming for a few days. So I'll probably do one episode of Batman tomorrow, just because they're easy, or easier, and they've got a set time limit. Though the episodes seem to be longer that season, so I'll probably do that one tomorrow, and then I'll be off for a few days. But I have got a video set to upload, another one of those childhood ones that I've been working on today, and I'll set that to upload over the weekend. I've been too busy. Way too busy. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, I got way too much stuff I've been uploading.
Look, the cutest thing you'll see all day. Hamlet staged by children.
Hamlet staged by children? That's weird. How many cases do we have to solve? Keep getting fast travel points as well. I just want to get to this. Where even are we? There. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's just balancing that with the PhD, the streaming, that's all. It's quite nice to talk to people, at least. Thank you.
That was the...
Nice to see you.
I know it's not always the most exciting just watching me run around on here, though. The only issue is I've got a lot of games that have started that I don't feel like I can stream. The ones that I'm in the middle of, like Assassin's Creed, that I really want to go back to in my spare time. But they're story-based ones, and I'd have to catch people up. But like Assassin's Creed, I only just started. I must be like a couple of hours into. Like Assassin's Creed Mirage, the latest one. I'm only like a couple of hours into that. Oh, we must be nearly there. Oh, it'd be easier to do this, actually. Sherlock sure does a lot of running. This game does keep reminding me of Mirage. I do want to finish that. Well, not finish it, just play more of it in general. I feel like I never get time to play those kind of games. And I'm getting lost. How am I getting lost? So I'm constantly consulting maps. That way. I don't know how you lot would feel about me continuing games I've already started off the stream. That'd be just weird, I feel like. I've definitely got to finish Spider-Man at some point. I did already start that, though, well, not on the stream. I did record myself starting that already. Okay, we're here. Yeah, I mean, I've only like 2 hours into Assassin's Creed Mirage, so I'm not that far in. Like, he's only just become an assassin.
Mr. Holmes, you came. Oh, how kind. Though now, of course, I realise it is because of my game.
The Batman wasn't too bad, though. The Batman I had actually already streamed the first episode, but yeah.
Your man's disguise
I just
was
streamed
easily
it 6
debunked,
months
Mr.
ago.
Bogle, but I shall admit that you planted in me the seed of curiosity.
Ah, terrific.
Yeah, maybe I
have no
will.
doubt you
I'll have
put
a
the pieces
side.
together. Let us call it an opening gambit before the real game begins.
So, this little game of yours, what's it about?
An enigma to solve.
I don't get how Sherlock does this, though. He's got his mum's death on his mind. And now he's doing another case. How does he do it?
I have no clue how it was possible.
What about this intrusion? What happened?
Last night, I was about to leave the gallery when I heard a noise downstairs. I went to the basement, but I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. It was admittedly a rudimentary inspection. It is not uncommon to get rats down there, so seeing nothing of note, I left and locked up the building. When I returned this morning, alas, I discovered that part of the exhibition had been torched, and there was no sign of the intruder. The mystery being, of course, that all the doors to the gallery were locked exactly as I left them.
And the door to the basement is the only entrance?
Correct. Tell me you're not intrigued.
Oh, what, you played the second season? Yeah, I'm interested in the second season. I went into it very fast, though.
And this locked area downstairs, what exactly was it?
The under gallery. It's always shut, and I'm the only one with the key.
Ah, so this is your private collection, not part of the gallery.
Oh, no. It's an exclusive exhibition of eccentric pieces. Only a select cadre of artists, investors, and collectors are admitted. Not everyone deserves to have their eyes opened.
Well, this matter is certainly within my wheelhouse.
This intrusion troubles me. Please take a look around if you're willing. The under gallery is through the door at the end.
I will see what I see.
Oh, we know John is subconscious because he's his imaginary friend. But why did he want him to? Oh, and now he suddenly doesn't. I mean, why has he suddenly changed his mind? Surely a subconscious should have already known that, if that makes sense. What's the change of heart now? Does that make sense? Why does John suddenly... Oh, John's interested in something, though.
You sure you don't like art, Sherry?
Why is there a Pollon in front of a painting? Isn't that a bit weird for an art gallery? I couldn't do this if I was Sherlock. If I was thinking about my mother's death and then got called onto a case, I'd be like, nah, I'm busy. I'm busy. What is that? Art is confusing. I get some older pieces, but what the hell is that about? Okay, so this is where the vandalism... So vandalism happened to an art gallery, but from a locked place. From somewhere that was completely locked. It shouldn't have been able to get in
We've
here.
got a taxidermist. He's gonna have a heart attack when he sees what I bring him.
What are you doing? What are you doing, John?
Back home, we've got a taxidermist.
Yeah, I know.
He's gonna have a heart attack when he sees what I bring him.
What are you
A
doing?
simplistic attempt at provocation.
Oh. For an art gallery, that's just creep. That's just... Oh, what have they done to this place? There.
The left step's length is shorter than the right. It indicates that the walker was lame.
Ah. So...
Old, and hasn't been used for a long time. Closed with a metal bolt.
Some kind of scratches.
Footprints. Size 9.5.
Someone come down through there? Someone's come down through there. Someone's come down through the coal hatch. It's weird.
A true artist never shows an unfinished piece.
Oh. This is weird.
Sherry, how about some company in that dreary chamber of yours?
Leave my loneliness unbroken, John.
I wonder if that's why he chose someone called John later on, like John Watson. Must be a link. Why he's got two Johns. John Subconscious and John Watson. Ooh.
A handprint of the thing from another world. But it looks fresh, and its coal origin ruins the effect of the extra mundane.
Anything? No. Oh,
Sodden and mould-ridden. One presumes deliberately.
this is weird exhibition.
The parasites of creativity. Or just a reflection of the artist's recreational interests.
Oh, this is
Saturn devouring his sun. Oh, grim composition.
This is exactly what you want to know after
Curiosity, yet somehow beautiful.
exactly what you want to see after you learn about your mother's death. This kind of stuff.
Ugh,
I know this
sheer
is weird for an
vandalism.
art gallery.
Only an ignorant person could do such a thing.
Exactly what you want to see after you learn about your mother's death. This kind of a weird exhibition.
Coal fingerprints. I think we're looking for a man with a coal moustache. Coal
Yeah,
fingerprints.
I just saw that.
I think we're looking for a man with a coal moustache.
And the brand? I just saw the brand here.
A Malpow butt.
So, smoker. Anything else? Oh, what's that? Paintings here. You see how I see a lot of links between this and Batman? What's that? Why is that one on the floor? Oh, I can recreate something. Oh, I hate these recreate. Well, I don't hate them, but I never get them right on the first try, as you know. As everyone knows who watches this. I never get them right on the first try. So he came down the coal shaft, whoever it was, I think. Well, let me leave my notes first. Okay. Okay, so he came down the coal hatch, I think. Yeah, like that. Let me just see all the possibilities first, though. No, he came down. Is there any other possibility, though? No, he came down, definitely. Nah, your hand wouldn't have gone like that. I think he hid in there. No, I think he came down to check. He hid in there as he came down to check. Yeah. He smashed something. Oh, he's gonna say I'm not even trying. Oh,
The intruder
don't tell me I
entered
got
the
it right on the
basement through
first
the
try.
closet.
I never do that.
He used a magnet to open the hatch bolt. He accidentally
Wow.
pushed a shovel to the floor.
I never get it
Bogo
right on the
heard
first try.
noise. At the sound of his approaching footsteps, The intruder hid inside the coffin.
Wow. Never
When
happens.
Vogel entered the basement, he failed to notice anything strange and left without properly checking. The intruder waited
I
until
guessed it
Vogel
right.
had left the caravanserai before burning
I
the
know,
paintings
first
in
time ever.
Wilde's room. But the vandalism was a cover for the theft.
Wow. Good old me. Good old me. Never happened before. Now I've got to talk to the guy about it, I guess. That wasn't that difficult, that one. At least that one I could fairly figure out. Now where's the guy? That is such a weird one.
The pieces are not what I expected.
What do you think my collection is about?
Extravagant paintings have been left to rot
Sorry,
in
I
a
keep
basement.
knocking the microphone.
A commentary on decay and the crumbling of society, correct?
I don't know.
Well, that's absurd. Of course you know. It's your gallery.
There is no one answer, no singular truth, but many filtered through the subjective mind. That forgetting, embellishing, lying machine. Besides, what's wrong with a lie if it makes life more interesting?
What's wrong with a lie? It corrupts the ability of others to behave freely and rationally.
Men never act freely and rationally anyway. It matters not what is or isn't in the end. The only important thing is how you feel. And I simply want to feel and consume as much as I can. Don't you?
Feelings are simply one's animal ancestry trying to wrest back control of the brain. I try to avoid the distraction.
You try not to feel, even in a place like this? None of it
Exactly
moves you.
like what they
To
lied
be
about
frank,
Sherlock's mum.
I
and
struggle
what
to
she died of.
maintain even a whit of interest in art.
Yeah, he's not
But
interested
Mr.
in art.
Holmes, it is joy incarnate. Mankind's
Sherlock's
greatest
not interested at all in
achievement.
art.
Mankind's highest achievement above all others is objective and rational thought.
I see then why you dislike art, for it means whatever you want it to.
Or perhaps, Mr. Vogel, I was lying.
Aha.
Mr. Vogel, my investigation has revealed that the intrusion was not merely vandalism but theft. The limping visitor left your place with a canvas.
That's very impressive.
This thief was familiar with the gallery and he was sporting a limp. Do any of your clients or artists come to mind?
My. Your
To be fair,
attention to detail
Sherlock
is
lies all the
remarkable,
time
Mr. Holmes.
to get what
I
you
should
need
introduce you to Bosch's
from his,
works. Alas, I'm afraid I can't.
from the people he
suggest a culprit.
interrogates. Like beforehand when he put on that fake accent.
The intruder entered the basement through the coal chute. He used a magnet to open the latch and dislodged the shovel while doing so. That's the noise you heard yesterday. When you went downstairs to investigate, he hid in the coffin.
It seems I should have checked the space more thoroughly.
The fire was a clever attempt to hide a stolen painting, even if it didn't fool me. I found the remnants of an empty frame in the pile of ashes. The canvas had been removed. Do you know which paintings in the Wild Room may have interested a thief? Were any particularly expensive?
Those pieces belong to a well-known artist named Boniface Mercurio. They're controversial, but not of a notably high value.
There's something more, is there not? I can see it in your eyes.
Indeed. There is another intriguing angle. I recently received an anonymous offer for one of Mercurio's works. The sum was more than fair, and indeed could have saved Mercurio from his artistic poverty. But he declined it.
Was it a performative whim? Some artists lionize pain and hardship as if their work would be worse after a meal and a hot bath.
I cannot tell. But not only did he refuse the deal, he insisted on displaying the painting in the public space. I was hoping to change his mind, but artists are a special breed of stubborn.
What was depicted in the piece?
A bound woman, wrapped in robes, being penetrated by a red devil that stared at us, the viewer. The beast had numerous tails growing
That
from
sounds
his back,
awful.
and a
Honestly,
large crowd
that sounds
gathered around the
absolutely
pair,
awful.
silently watching the orgiastic scene.
Okay, well, given the nature
Ew.
of the other works on display, it's hard to see why that one stood out. What could possibly be its value?
The evaluation of art is very subjective, Mr. Holmes. After all, art is everything. A poem, a bruise, the beads of sweat on your beloved skin. Even a masterfully solved crime.
I'm not sure I see the connection.
Regardless, the painting was one of a series called The Sabbath Night in Cordona. The works depict sex, violence, and other controversial acts that life, for better or worse, contains.
Ah, I see.
I'm not sure that you do, but that can
Surprised the
wait for another
Victorians
time.
went for all this, to be honest.
So where can I find Boniface Mercurio?
I know he lives somewhere in Old City, but couldn't be more specific. He's a prominent figure, so finding him shouldn't be a problem.
Well, I believe I have enough to begin. Thank you.
It looks like a Simpsons portrait
Your
with it
gallery
being blurry.
certainly has
Yeah.
unexpected depths.
I'm delighted to have been able to please a friend. In return, I expect you to come back with good news. Or at least with a good story.
Interesting. I swear there's so much to do in this game, though. I mean, I doubt I'm going to do all the mini-games, because there's bandit hideouts and all sorts. I mean, I could spend hours streaming this game. I still probably not do everything. I mean, there's even stuff to do for Minecraft. It's almost a little bit ridiculous, like bandit lairs, and which are combat things, and hidden coins and that, which I wonder if I should just do in my own time afterwards. If I even want to. I'm still wondering about that lost memory thing as well. And Cordona Police Station wants me to do something at some point. I'm just going to focus on the cases, though, I think. I don't know. It's a prominent person. Let's get out of there anyway. But more about the control game. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not one to play like Dark Souls or Elden Ring. Well, Elden Ring has intrigued me actually. I'm not one for insanely difficult games. And the more I looked it up online, the more people said how difficult it was. I didn't expect the makers of Alan Wake to go for a really difficult game, not for story-based games. So I don't know whether to try it or not. I mean, I didn't buy it outright because I went for PlayStation Plus. I upgraded my PlayStation Plus subscription to get access to more games. Yeah, I might do that and watch a video to understand more about control for Alan Wake 2, because at least Alan Wake 2 has difficulty settings. I don't want to like torture myself trying to get through punishingly hard game just for the sake of it, because I don't mind games getting progressively harder, but if it starts off hard, it seems a bit like I'm not into those types of games, if that makes sense. I don't play games like that. I play games for the story. I don't mind some difficulty. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Some people like really hard games, and I'm all for them for it. I don't mind some challenge, like the Alan Wake stuff, if it is getting harder for a reason, or even just if it's just due to the fact it's old. I don't mind if I have to get a bit used to the controls. Again, no pun intended. But that was just ridiculous. So I might just pass that one on and try something else. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I know, that was one of the criticisms that came up when I looked it up online. Is that Gallifrey Street? Sorry, that's Doctor Who. That was one of the criticisms online. It was very unlike Alan Wake. It was like they wanted both things. They wanted a hard game and a story-based game, which is really difficult to do. It's really difficult to get a hard game and be invested in a story. Getting the balance is not easy. Anyway, where am I going? Speaking of, where am I going? I need to ask someone about this person. Oh, let's look for that hidden coin quickly first, though. Lives somewhere in Old City but doesn't know where. Okay. Okay, wild. What do all these symbols are? Oh, oh yeah, it tells you what these symbols mean. I always forget what these symbols mean. Researching the archives. I always forget that. It tells you what to do. I forget about that. Researching the archives. Okay. For his address. It wouldn't be in the police archives, would it? It would be in the City Hall archives, I think. Wherever they are. Yeah, there. So yeah, I think I'll just pass on that. Actually, I've got to play the DLC for Alan Wake. At some point, I just remembered. I forgot I hadn't played the DLC for Alan Wake. But I kind of want to do this and play the Batman one, and then I might play the DLC for Alan Wake. And then I'll try to get Alan Wake 2. Maybe I'll look up a little recap on Control if it really is that important. But I do think it's a bit unfair to have a punishingly hard game if it's meant to be that important. I babble a lot, why can't I just say the answer? I talk too much. Not occupation. Nope. Nope. Would it be in City Hall at all anyway? Well, I just want to find his address. Maybe it wouldn't be in there. Yeah, John's getting upset with me, I know. Maybe it'd be somewhere else. Could it be in the Chronicle? He's a prominent person, maybe it'd be in the Chronicle. John gets upset with me when I can't figure these things out. Hey Paige, did you watch that Simpsons video yet? No worries if you didn't, I'm just curious what you thought. Yeah, John's basically getting upset with himself, I know. He gets upset
Mr.
whenever
Holmes,
I can't figure out.
I have something for you.
Oh.
Mr. Holmes, I see what you're up to. Mysterious stranger pursues betrothed woman. But please, let us keep things professional. I have in my possession an envelope containing details of a special assignment.
What's she going on about?
Tell me, are you interested?
I believe I am, but to be very clear, Miss...
yeah, no worries, I was
interest
just curious.
extends to the message and not the messenger.
So he claims he's not a gal sneaker, seducing women everywhere he goes. Perhaps the truth is even more scandalous?
Please spare me the speculation, return to the matter at hand.
A gang of smugglers, the Eels, have Codona in their clammy grip. The British Empire can abide it no longer. Mycroft insists they be disbanded. But this organization only falls with the capture of their odious leader, Friedrich Panzer. And note well, I did say capture, not kill. Inside your envelope is a map marked with
Oh.
Eagle's warehouses.
See, there's so many other tasks
But
I could
alas,
do, but can
we
I
do
be
not
bothered?
know in
Not really.
which Friedrich Panzer resides.
So even Mycroft has his limits.
And can't Mycroft
Indeed.
do some of this stuff on his own as
You
well?
must be sure to identify
He's about
the
smarter,
correct
Sherlock.
warehouse
He's just not as
before
cunning.
entering. Because once one is compromised, the other's occupants will scatter. Here are all the files, and feel free to use the archive too. Again, do not enter the wrong location, nor see any harm done to Friedrich Panzer.
Miss Ertl, if you're quite done with the redundant instructions, I shall get to work.
Well, that's perfect. Tortured hero lashes out after rejected romance. Tomorrow's edition will be a sensation.
Right. Nope, not that way.
Could you help me?
I can't help you with that, sir.
No one can help, I know. Area. All the branches sell out. The past week brought us a new scandal. Okay. So where does he live? Where does he live? To visit his home. There we go. So we found it. And as for the other thing, we might as well find that address while we're here. Got so much to do. Look at all these things I could do with doing. Wow. Look at them all. So much to do. And there's still something I could do with finding here as well, that I still can't find. About a lost memory. So, Hermes Avenue between Scarlet Street and Olive Street. Back and forth and back and forth. I'm just ignoring all the Mycroft requests and stuff. Like I said, if later in my spare time or after I finish this, I'll probably go back and do some random things depending on how I feel about the game. But how do I get distracted and forget these names? It's like a map reading simulator. Scarlet Street and Olive Street. Sesame Street. Sorry. There's Scarlet Street, so where is the other one? How long does Scarlet Street go on for? It's the longest street ever. It's really long, that street. Where is the other one then? Is that an intersection? There it is. It's gonna be around that way then. So it really does feel like we're just going back and forth on ourselves. I've had to travel to this fast travel point so many times now. Sherlock just needs to get himself his own horse and cart now at this point. He must be like one of the fittest guys around here with the amount of running he's had to do. I'm getting sick of this district as well. New fast travel point, yay! Could have done with that a second ago, but thank you. Just about I never have to go back here again either. This is what I do miss Assassin's Creed, just jumping around everywhere. I'm determined to finish Spider-Man next, actually. That's where you do like jumping around everywhere. Sorry if I just babble playing these games. I just babble to myself a lot. You can see where a lot of the influences from other games come in. Speaking of Assassin's Creed, I don't know if any of you heard the news recently. What Ubisoft said. Ubisoft really upset a lot of people. No, I babble to myself also so that anyone who watches this back doesn't just think I'm just being silent the whole time. Ubisoft upset a lot of people the last couple of days. That's all I'm thinking. They said that people should be, what did they say? I'm paraphrasing, this is not exactly what they said. But they said something like gamers should be willing to accept that... Oh, I'm going to look up so I don't get it wrong. I'm going to look it up because I don't want to say the wrong thing. But they said something really controversial. Oh yeah, Ubisoft executive says gamers need to get comfortable with not owning your games. That's what they said, and it really upset people. Yeah, that's what they said. Gamers need to get comfortable with not owning your games. There you go. That was their words. Yeah. And people got very upset. I mean, I can see why people got upset. Yeah, you don't say that. You just don't say that. Yeah, but you don't. Not really, not nowadays. Yeah, you sort of own them if you buy them. Sort of. I mean, in theory you own them. You think you do. The problem is, when you buy games, you do, but if you think about it, when you put your game into a system, you have to download loads of patches and updates, don't you? Let's say if all these patches and stuff, how much do you actually have to download into the system? How much do you actually have to download into the system? How much is actually on the disk? How much is actually on the disk? How much do you actually have to update the game to get it working with the day one updates? In 20 years' time, how much are you going to actually be able to play it? You do own the rights, yeah. I just don't think these games are going to be playable in 20 years' time. myself. I don't think I'm going to be able to play half the games on my shelf in 20 years' time. I'm sad to say, the more I think about it. If I stick a game into the system and I haven't got it installed on my hard drive, and it's not all updated, I don't think it's going to work. I really don't think it's going to work. To be fair, Ubisoft were going on about actually game streaming. I think a lot of people are taking it out of context. They were going on about game streaming, actually, to be honest. People are taking it very hardly out of context, honestly. They were talking about game streaming. But people have just taken that headline and ran with it, honestly. They were talking about their Ubisoft Plus subscription, which I don't agree with, honestly. But yeah, Ubisoft shouldn't have said that because people have just ran with that and really got mad with them. But in a way, they are kind of right. And honestly, a lot of the games we think we own now are probably not going to work. I think the only games that I think are still probably going to work in however many years' time are my Nintendo ones. And not even all of those are probably still going to work. Because it's only the ones that are all on the cartridge. And even them might still probably have needed updates to work. You find him at the address Hermes Avenue between Scarlet Street and Olive Street. Oh, Hermes Avenue. That way. Do you get what I mean, though? The amount of times they've needed an update to get them working properly. And the amount of times you've had to download things off of the servers to get them running. I don't think they're going to... I do agree we own the games. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, when they run out of ideas and remaster, I mean, we've got Tomb Raider coming out again next month, haven't we?
Excuse me, just one question.
So you think if we have money, we should
What?
bow to your
Am I
whims?
not even going on about this?
No, sir.
But yeah, Ubisoft really upset people by saying that, and I don't think they should have said that, but... yeah. But yeah, I think him saying that we need to get used to was not the way to say it. And especially as he was trying to promote his streaming service.
Could you help me?
Go back to your fancy house.
Plus I like the Assassin's Creed games, but yeah, that was... bad move, Ubisoft. Bad move. Could have been better wording, yeah. I think the future is going to be game streaming. I don't think we're going to have physical. I love physical games. And I love the fact most of the Nintendo games are still physical.
Excuse me, just one question.
I don't know, but you got me curious.
That wasn't an answer then. I've got to find this guy's address, by the way, in case you wondered. It says it's Hermes Street, just between... so it's there. Then. Is it that house? Is it that door? Is that door then? Yes.
Excuse me, young man. Where do you think you're going?
Greetings, ma'am. I'm looking for the...
I don't care who you're looking for. You shall not pass. No visitors allowed.
I wish to buy a painting from Mr. Boniface Mercurio. Is it?
Dearie, tell me, because old age has made me blind. Did someone write Information Bureau on my forehead?
Oh, that's
because
rude.
I'm not here to answer your questions.
That's rude.
Entry is for residents only. If you aren't a resident, please leave, or I shall report
That's
you
rude.
to the police.
Oh, thanks for that. Maybe I need to pretend to be a police... oh, I've got a police officer's outfit, I think. Or I pretend to be a resident, maybe? I guess I'm not... oh, I've got to dress like him. Maybe. Ah, oh, I've got to dress up again. Oh. I don't think I've got the right outfit. You think with the amount of outfits I've got, I would, wouldn't I? Where's the nearest? There's always one... Oh, maybe not. Let's go that way then. We got another dressing up challenge. Yeah, I love the fact about my Nintendo Switch. Most games, not all, are on the cartridge. The only issue is that a lot of the time I need day one patches, which I hate. It says I need to be as tanned and unkempt as the Bohemian artist. Whatever that means. So I need to dress like that artist. So... need to dress like the artist that was working there.
Don't miss out on my unique clothes. Let's pick something that suits you.
I can rent clothes, but a lot of the time I've got so much money, I think. Bohemian. They said Bohemian. Can I buy a tan then? Messy hair. Leave me alone, Mum. Oh, it's even spelt Mum, M-U-M. Hey! Let me just check. There's the Red Queen hat. Like a crown, not as heavy. I guess I need messy hair. Artist bristles? Yeah. Ugh. Oh, I need a tan. There we go. That's got to be it, right?
A good choice.
I think I've got it. I think I've got it. If I haven't got it first time round, I'm upset. I'm upset if this isn't it. Yes, I wash it sometimes, but why? Look at that. This has to be it. I don't know why they keep telling me to buy stuff for the actual place. For our house. I don't know why.
Oriental. Marhaba. It's a good day for a purchase.
As if buying stuff for the house is actually going to help.
May
so I'm
your
going to...
purchase bring
Don't miss out on my unique clothes.
There you go, I'm dressed as the artist. I'm hoping this helps. Let me in. There you go. Wait, don't tell me that's actually him. Oh no. Sorry. Sherlock's great with disguises. We've got so much going on in this game. Like I said, I'm so tempted to play one of the earlier ones just to show how different they were. But I've got too much else to play. We've got Persona coming up too. Oh, wrong way. I don't know. I haven't gone in yet. I need to find out how to get in. Where was the... Oh, down there. I need to find the right door. Where was the door? Here we go. If this doesn't work, I'll be shocked.
Boniface, sweetie. Is that you?
Hey, it worked. How am I doing so well at this time around?
One side. I didn't recognize you at first.
How are you, Mum? I'm ashamed to admit that I've lost my key. Do you have a spare?
For heaven's sake.
How's she not recognising the voice?
That key of yours? Of course I have a spare. You artists all live in your own little world.
Please, accept my thanks.
I would rather accept your rent. You promised to pay me several weeks ago and I'm still waiting.
I will pay you, I promise, very soon.
You'd better do, my dear. Or else I'll just change the lock. And I won't fall for those
It's meant to be her son, I think. And she just handed the key over and everything. Wow. Okay. We just swindled an old lady, but you know. Well, not swindled, really. We're just going into her son's flat, but you know. Or the landlady, I don't know. This just seems really bad. Wow, we did it first time around, though. Oh. Was he been killed? She doesn't know he's been killed. Oh my god. Now I really feel bad. Wait, John, are you on the ceiling? John's on the ceiling. John, what are you doing up there? I'm glad I know he's imaginary. He's been killed. Yeah, and how'd she not know her son's dead upstairs? Well, she said her eyesight's going, but the voice is a bit of a giveaway. He's dead.
The blood has dried.
I know John upstairs,
I've
up
heard
there.
of this style of painting. It is called expressionism.
John, now's not the time. John, I'm very confused. This is a scene that I did not expect. So, oh yeah, she'd never get no money now. Didn't she not notice the fact he didn't leave?
The photograph was not pulled out in time. Such a waste of material.
Sherlock, that's not the thing to say. Ugh.
Look at this, John. Isn't it our stolen demon? Look at...
Oh no, I did that one already, yeah. I'm so confused.
Judging by post-mortem rigidity, the body lay here for 1 or 2 days.
I'm surprised he's not rotted. No offence, it's just a bit... He's been up there 1 or 2 days and his mother still doesn't know he's dead. Now I'm very confused.
The wound is precise. It was inflicted by a razor or a knife.
I think it's his mother anyway, for the way she spoke about him. This is really sad, actually.
Soaked in blood. It seems as if the puddle of blood was here before the rags.
Do I see what's happened to his foot? Come on, what is it? What is it? There's something else. There's 4 out of 5. There? No? Where is it? What is it? What am I missing? I'm missing something. Nope. I'm missing something. Can't figure out what though. Give me some kind of idea, come on. It's on his foot? You'll turn yellow when it starts to... Where though? Where? Sorry it's taking so long. I'm usually good at this bit. It's like a spot the difference type thing. It's ruined his rug. Ruined her rug. We'll say that. Where is it? Something up there? Is it that? The knife? Could be... Oh yeah, it is. It's the knife. Found
A normal
it.
kitchen knife.
And there's blood on it.
Could be the murder weapon.
Found it.
Red skin, tails on the back. Reminds me of Verda's description of the stolen
That's it
painting.
then. So, why's John still on the ceiling?
Don't look at me like that, Sherry. I will not touch that dirty floor.
Is that why you're up there? Hey, okay, we've got an answer then. With the desk then. Oh, that's where the knife is then. Oh, that's bad luck with that mirror.
It appears the wine was truly awful. I wonder where he got that fancy camera. Despite the overall tendency towards mess, you cannot sit with the drawer pulled out like this. Someone left it after searching.
Oh, what's that on the floor? Oh no, we already looked at that.
The blood has dried.
We already looked at that. Much else? What are these?
Aunt May whiskey, brandy bucks. Quite a collection he had here.
This is quite a tale, this one. Didn't expect a murder after all. It's a theft of a...
The
It's
chest
always
has
a
been
murder with
searched.
Sherlock though, isn't it? Oh, not another thing to puzzle out. Whoa, so much to puzzle out now. I don't know why, I don't save it often enough with this. I should. Let's have another go then. Feel weird dressing up as him now. Okay, what does the casebook say? Don't know with this one. Blood from his cut throat covered. do? What's the difference? One hand slightly closer than the other? Isn't much of a difference. I'm going to figure this one out. Did he kill himself? I don't know now. Try that one then.
You're not even trying,
Ugh.
Sherry. Concentrate.
I think he confronted him. And there was some kind of fight.
Mercurio was developing
There we go.
photographs when the intruder snuck in.
That took longer than I thought.
Mercurio heard him
Oh.
coming. While the thief was searching the chest, the painter ran towards him with a bottle in his hand. He smashed it across the thief's head. The intruder had no choice but to defend himself, and the weapon of opportunity happened to be a kitchen knife. Mercurio stepped aside to grab the painting, but the wine-blinded thief attacked Mercurio's throat. When the thief came to his senses, he saw Mercurio bleeding on the floor. He grabbed the rags and tried to bandage him, but it was too late. Why did Mercurio attempt to snatch the painting in the middle of a fight? To strike the intruder? Not with his painting, it was too important to him.
The intruder didn't steal the painting though. Either of them. That was weird. Mercurio's medal wasn't the thief's skull. They didn't take the painting either though. Which is weird. We found out the murder was caused by a thief. He just happened at the wrong time. Oh, and John was up there because he didn't want to be on the dirty floor. I don't know where he's gone now, actually.
It's time for some chemical magic, John.
Yeah, theft gone wrong. I hate these things. I end up skipping them half the time. I don't really understand these chemical things. I end up skipping them most of the time because I still don't understand them. Still life painting of his room, so what was up with that?
Doesn't look like the painting we need, Sherry.
As expected, but that doesn't mean it won't tell us anything. Let's put it on the easel where it belongs. I guess this is his most ordinary painting. Spot the two differences, John? I guess this is his most ordinary painting. Spot the two differences, John?
That's what we meant to do with that.
Red skin, tails on the back. Reminds me of Werder's description of the stolen painting. The photograph was not pulled out in time.
Yeah, I know.
Look at this, John.
I know.
Isn't it our stolen demon?
I know. There. Did they take that? Why would they take that?
If the intruder didn't take it, the skull should be somewhere here.
So where is it? If he didn't take it. Maybe he took it. Didn't we move him or something?
If the intruder didn't take it, the skull should be somewhere here.
So where is it? Implying that it's here somewhere. Oh, there. So what's up with the skull?
Monster was actually a man. Poor girl. John, you ought to be thrilled. We are now hunting the devil himself.
What were you saying, Sherry? I was too busy sketching the scene, you know, crimes and such like. Daily
Thanks,
routine.
John.
Did you find something?
A photograph. It depicts a man in a red suit with tails sprouting from his back and multiple people in masks watching the scene. It all adds up. But the act of love, it wasn't given willingly, John.
Oh, what the hell?
It was a violation. And the girl, she was with
Don't
child.
tell me this is what I think it is.
Did you recognise someone?
No. Although the victim is not from
don't
Cordona,
tell me
she
this is what I think
African.
it
Look
is.
at the ritual scars on her face.
Get that image out of your brain. You have to continue the investigation.
I must speak to the landlady.
Oh,
Perhaps
don't.
she saw
I'm going
or
to have
heard
to
something.
age restrict
Sherry,
this,
you
maybe.
cannot tell her the truth about Mercurio. It will hurt her.
John, that's illogical. Sooner or later, she will come here and discover a corpse, and I still need to talk to her.
Just avoid mentioning corpse, all right? Stick to the character, tell her to call the police.
I'll take that into account.
And wait here. I've redrawn the people in the photograph. Now you can proceed with your investigation without those horrific details.
Okay, that's not nice to hear from what we've just gathered. That is really not nice to hear. If that's what I think it was. Yeah. And being a woman's counting it nicely. Yeah, I might have to tread very carefully with this one. I did not expect this to get so dark, honestly. Honestly, that portrait should have been a hint, but that picture, the painted that we saw earlier. Do we keep it from his... I think we just tell the mother to call the police that something's happened.
What's wrong, dear? You look like you've seen a ghost.
We don't tell her. We tell someone to call the police.
Can you tell me if anyone else has recently entered the flat?
Oh, you're talking about that limping man. I'm sorry I let him in. I was scared. And I thought maybe he would motivate you to find money so that you would
motivate
pay your
you.
rent. No offense, dear.
Can you describe him?
Oh, so you weren't at home. I was so certain you didn't leave your flat.
Yeah, but if we get her to call the police,
he was of average
she'll
height,
find
had
out a better
limp
way than
and a
seeing the
tattoo on his
body.
neck, and he was
seeing the
smoking
body, maybe.
Marlboro cigarettes. My husband used to smoke those.
Maybe they'll hide
They
the
have a
body
horrible
better.
smell I can recognize from a mile away.
Can I ask a favour?
Of course, dearie.
Please call the police and ask them to enter the flat. And don't look inside until they come up.
What? What trouble have you stepped in
Yeah, I
this
think that's a
time?
nicer way of doing
It really
it.
doesn't matter. Thank you, Mum.
Got a trophy for that. It didn't pop up on your side, but they got a trophy for doing that. It's called Perfect Gentleman Trophy. I think just for being nice to her. It's not her fault.
Phew, Sherry, that was close. But you did everything correctly. Now, take off your outfit. I can't let you walk around in a dead man's clothes.
Oh, did he insist? Hey, he actually made us take the outfit off. Look. Wow. That's something. It's even more disturbing if he's connected to a gang or something who did that to that girl. That's really disturbing, to be honest. I'm surprised the developers did that, honestly. Ugh. I can't think of that. Now, how are we going to figure this one out? In this painting he depicts, do we just ask her out? Well, how do we figure this out? To be honest, I'm glad she didn't see her son like that, though. That could have given her a heart attack. It's not her fault. Especially if she figures out she caused it by sending the guy up there. Well, it sounds like he might have deserved it. Picks a pregnant woman.
May I ask you something?
We cry for help.
Oh, I don't know.
You do nothing. So when you
What do we
ask
do?
for help,
Ask?
why should we speak?
Poor chap.
Do you go to the police? I don't know. I mean, nowadays you would, but I don't know. It just says to inquire with people, but tribal scars. I'm not 100% sure where to go now. Tribal scars. Must be around here, because if they say to ask someone, do you just wander? I mean, it says ask someone. But it seems a bit weird to just wander and ask people if you've seen someone like that. Then again, no one seems to want to talk to you in these kind of games. But then again, no one seems to want to talk to you in this kind of outfit, so I think I need to get dressed again to something else. Yeah, but a lot of the time they ever go at you because of how you're dressed, I think. I think you need to dress in something kind of, like, basic, if that makes sense. Just not that outfit that I was wearing before.
Are you able to help me?
Of course. The streets have the information you seek.
Oh, there we go. Ha! That was no way that was that easy. There's no way that was that easy. The only place where you can find the refugee camp located on the Victoria Bridge. Okay, see? Ask people. That was that easy. I did not think it would be that easy. The refugee camp located on the Victoria Bridge. Right between... That was... Wait, I know. They never want to help you. And then the second... Yeah, I don't know. They never want to help you. So be there then. Under that bridge. I know that's what Balls would be saying, isn't it? Is that John again? What's he doing? Is he set up a market stall and everything? Is that John? What's he doing? He's so weird. How come my imaginary friends never did anything like that?
beasts!
Refugee camp. What's going on down here?
Murderers!
Why does this feel so familiar?
Completely livid.
This feels
First they
familiar.
come to our land,
Seriously?
then they murder our people.
Seriously?
Could you help me?
The law can't help you with that.
Seriously?
Sir, this place is off limits to the public. Please state your business or leave, or I shall request that
Why
the
does this
police
feel so
escort you out.
familiar?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking for a witness for a case.
A private investigator? Really? Even so,
Oh, I should have
you're
said
not
I'm from
authorised.
City
I
Hall,
can't let you
shouldn't
in.
I?
And you are?
I'm Ronald Harlow, here to handle the refugee situation on behalf of City Hall.
You're doing such a great
I'm
job
the
as
acting
well, I can
supervisor
see
here.
that.
So I have full authority here to ask you to leave.
See that.
Or I shall order
Doing
the
such a
police to
great
detain
job.
you for trying to pass the blockade. Please, step back.
Doing such a great job. It's all kicking off, isn't it? Yeah. What's he doing? Oh. Oh. Oh, I think it's the second.
What about the murder that this crowd keeps shouting about?
It's mere assumption. I assure you that the situation is under the police's control.
Yeah, that
I
seems
want to
like
deal
it,
with
doesn't
this
it?
in the right way. You are obviously a professional and a responsible person. But you clearly have never handled a situation like this before.
I am handling it, Mr. Holmes. Don't question my capability here.
And tell
This
me how
seems
you
so
do it.
familiar.
You can't even calm this gathered crowd, and as for the police, they're not quite managing it either, are they? You consider yourself a problem solver, but until today, you've been solving problems sitting at your desk in a dark corner of a city hall room. Here, you need a more practical approach.
What are you driving at, Mr. Holmes?
I can help you to handle the situation if you're truly interested in solving things quickly and quietly.
And how exactly would you manage that?
Simply tell the police that I'm with City Hall and I'm permitted to investigate the scene. I'll work out the rest, but in return I need your help finding my witness. She's a young refugee. She's with child or was with child recently.
Look, there is indeed a dead body inside the camp. So even if the girl you are looking for is there, all the refugees are now being detained and
this doesn't
interrogated by
sound
the
good.
police. They won't
Doesn't
allow you to
sound
speak
good.
with her, and I can't do anything about that until the situation settles down.
So it's in our mutual interest to settle it.
Oh.
Oh, we've got another case to
I
deal
suppose
with
that
now, from
things
the
are
sounds
bad
of it.
enough that I ought not shy away from help. All right, Mr. Holmes.
Doesn't
I'll
sound
tell
like
the
we've
police
got
to allow
another
you
case
to come inside.
to do, doesn't
Just
it?
tell me when you're ready.
Sounds like we've got another
Mr.
deal.
Harlow, what exactly do you do here? What are your responsibilities?
What I do and what I am responsible
So we've got a
for
dead
are
body
two
in the
different
camp.
realities, Mr. Holmes. On paper, I am in charge of the camp territory, security, provision, and the refugees in general. What I
Can we
actually
just get
do
back to
most
our
of the
mother
time
now?
is knock on every city hall door trying to obtain some funding, or at least rations for the camp.
Are the police here on City Hall's behalf too?
They are, minus those who came here after the body was found. The governor won't let the refugees disperse into the island, so there's a significant police presence guarding the camp. Naturally, they answer directly to the police. I have some influence here, but I'm not their direct authority.
Mr. Harlow, how did the refugees end up here exactly?
Oh, so you're not from around here yourself?
I've been away for some time, but I read the papers.
Yes, this whole story has been in the papers for almost a year now. They were smuggled to Cordona on a ship from Africa.
Smuggled? Then why didn't you deport them?
The smugglers managed to sneak them to shore and hide them inside an abandoned warehouse. When the police raided the warehouse and found the refugees there, the ship was already gone. We aren't even certain as to which ship it was. We have busy shipping routes with other colonies these days, you see.
So you decided to lock them up under a bridge?
There is no other
Oh,
option.
I feel sorry for
We're
them.
still trying to work out what to do with them. I only hope we'll find a humane
I'm
solution.
sorry, but I do feel sorry
and
for
not
them.
put them on
Especially as
raft
there's a
and
young
float them
girl
out to
there
sea.
that was abused with child. Now, we don't even know what's happened to her. She's in there somewhere.
I'm ready to take a look at the scene.
All right.
And everyone's just shouting
Go
murder
inside
now.
the camp and find Inspector Tewkesbury. He's the officer investigating the scene.
This is horrible.
Tell him I sent you. Say you're an independent expert from City Hall. He'll fill in the details for you.
I feel like Sherlock and Batman could get on well.
Thank you, Mr. Harlow.
Sherlock and Batman should team up. Sherlock and Batman should team up.
So they keep these refugees under a bridge like proverbial trolls. No wonder the people outside are so disturbed.
Yeah, with the chickens from the looks of it.
Who the hell are you? How did you get in here?
Mr. Ronald Harlow let me in, sir. I'm Sherlock Holmes, a surveyor of refugee affairs with City Hall. You're Inspector Tewkesbury, I
Should
presume?
change my outfit,
A
really, shouldn't I?
surveyor. What does that even mean?
In short, I've been sent to conduct an extensive report on the incident for the Colonial Office and to assess all the
This
damage
story just go
inflicted
off on one,
state
doesn't it?
property.
Got
Yeah,
it.
those chickens have no room
Another
to move.
paperworm sent to count
To be
money
fair,
and
back
get
then that
food
was the
for
least of their
archive
worries.
mold.
But that's how you
Go
get
on,
issues
look
with,
around,
like,
but
diseases and
don't make
stuff in the
yourself too
food.
at home. As if I didn't have enough problems before you appeared.
Could you first tell me what happened here?
What happened? People from the bridge above the camp heard a woman screaming and saw a mass of refugees attacking a man. Clearly not a refugee. When the camp guards came by, the man was floating in the sewage canal with a knife in his chest. Bam. A murder. Big news for Cordona.
I'm sure. Thank you, Inspector. Did you learn anything about the dead man?
The fellow looks like a thug. I've had dozens like him fished out of the sea over the past 20 years. Ever since these refugees arrived, there have been people on Cordona with bad blood in them. My best bet is that this thug had something against them too.
And no clue as to his identity?
He had some items on his body, but nothing to indicate who he was or where he was from.
I think I should catalogue his possessions in my records.
Go on. They're on the table near the body.
Do you have any suspects yet?
You're joking, right? I've got a whole camp full of suspects. And if you ask me, this bloke had it coming. Better bury him and forget about the whole thing. And now there's a crowd gathered at the camp, and my superiors say we must thoroughly interrogate the refugees. At least those who can understand.
So we've now got a
any
second
English.
murder
Do you
case.
believe that your
Great.
superiors wish to get rid of the refugees?
I think that both our superiors would rather keep
But yeah,
the
I
story
hope he
quiet.
catches up on the Batman as well.
Since that's an
Especially as I'm
unaffordable
probably going to do the
luxury
second
now, they're
episode
looking how
tomorrow.
to protect their public image. That's why I have to waste my time waiting for my people.
Although I
to
might
turn
try to do it
every
ever so
stone
slightly
and
earlier
befriend
because I've
every
got to go to
refugee.
London. And yeah, that was
And
harsh.
none of the refugees were harmed?
One fellow was cut. He's lying over there near their kitchen. He's in a bad way.
I don't like the way
You
he said
mentioned
kitchen.
a woman screaming who attracted the bypassers on the bridge. Was she harmed?
No, she's all right, but perhaps the whole debacle started because of her. She
Yeah, both
started
cases
wailing
probably
and the
connected.
refugees stood up for the girl.
And where is this young woman now?
Back there in the shacks, same as the rest of the refugees. She's been questioned by my men, but she's just some refugee girl.
I wonder if that
Can't
girl is
understand much
pregnant or
English.
was pregnant. Yeah, I wonder if the cases are connected. It hasn't separated them out yet. Usually that means they could be connected. Come on, John.
Here we go again. Number of hours on Cordona before stumbling upon another dead body. 0.
He's got a point there. What are you looking at? Are we all the items? You know, that were on the guy's body when they found. when he was found.
£1,000.
Whoa!
A fair sum, especially considering British currency isn't very common in Cordona.
That's how much was on the guy's body?
Malpal, soaked with salt water.
That was the same... Well, to be fair, that might be a common brand. That's the same type of cigarette that the guy who was stealing the painting had on him. But it could just be a common brand, to be fair.
A simple leather sheath. Perfect for a dirk.
That guy didn't question me looking at him. Okay. Yeah, considering that's not the currency of this area as well. That's a lot of money to have on you. All footprints.
Police boots. Always happy to trample evidence. A man's footprint.
Always happy to trample evidence.
A heavy boot with a worn-out sole.
That's the one thing about this, because he's younger. I miss Lestrade. He used to appear a lot in the Sherlock. Well, just Sherlock in general. If you ever watch Sherlock the TV show, I like Benedict Cumberbatch playing Sherlock. He's great. Where's the other stuff? That's a lot of money. Anything else from the...
Someone bled profusely here.
I could have told you that one.
A fresh crack, as if the crate was hit recently.
I can't even think about how much money that would have been back then, you know, that amount of money he had on him. That would have been a ridiculous amount of money back then. I mean, it's a fair amount now. Is that everything? There's nothing in here I could have looked at? No.
Oh, carnelian agate beads, a traditional African adornment.
Chickens.
The blood sprayed off the blade after the strike.
I definitely think it's connected. I think it's the girl who was being attacked and a guy killed him.
No hint of blood
something.
or impact.
Defending her.
It might have been used as an improvised weapon.
I love connecting the pieces. What I don't like is they don't actually tell you if you're right or not, but oh well. Oh, here's the guy. Oh, here's one of the people who got injured. Oh, must be a rich man, yeah. Especially as it's, like I said, not the currency.
Deep, potentially serious if not treated immediately.
This is one of the people who got injured.
He is in shock, feverish and dehydrated.
Sherry, you know first aid. Surely you have a duty to help this man. You can't leave him to certain death.
But how, then? What do I do to help him? First aid, yeah, but what with?
Someone was dragged against their will.
Oh, here we go. Something to clean the wound, something to disinfect, something to use as a bandage. Okay. Oh, water. There? Or is that just something in general?
It won't do any good.
Water? Well, there's water. Alcohol. What about alcohol?
Just washed. Better than nothing to bandage the wound.
Can I grab it then? That's one thing. I've already looked at all that. I've got any alcohol around. Boiled water.
I'll use it to create a solution.
Okay. There's 2 things, so what else do we need? Need alcohol. Alcohol. Or what else do we need? Alcohol. Yeah, alcohol. I'm not interested in there. Or so, aloe vera. Yeah, aloe vera.
I can use this to stop the infection from spreading. I've collated all the ingredients, now to prepare the first aid solution.
I know, I just skip it every time, but I can't be bothered with all that. I'm cheating. Well, it's not cheating if it's a gameplay feature.
Thank you.
This should make you feel better, my friend. Now
John
remain
just
lying
appears.
down and drink as much water as you can.
Well done, Sherry. At least he won't die from the infection.
I had to. That's something. I could have let him die, you know. That's one of those storylines, you could just let them die.
Coal dust under the nails. I don't see much coal around here.
Coal dust? I bet it's the guy. I bet the person who killed him was the same person who, No, I bet he was the guy who, stole the painting. I bet it's the guy who stole the painting. Because he's got the same cigarettes and everything.
Sharp. A common accessory among sailors and soldiers.
I bet it's the guy who stole the painting.
I'd say the blade penetrated upward, however the wound is too messy to be certain. An interesting tattoo. Does it mean something?
It's alright the way it sounds like he's sniffing whenever they do this.
Heavy boots, with one sole
Limping.
far more worn than the other.
Limping!
This
He's
man
definitely
was limping, John.
definitely the guy who stole the painting.
Violent death. This man.
Yes.
Limping. Coal dust. I think we're onto something here, John.
He's the guy who stole the painting. Dead man from the refugee camp was the same person who had broken into the gallery. Yes. So why? This is all really weird. This is all one weird case, this, going from one area to another. Yeah, coal dust, limping, all of it. Did I get that
Someone
one? Yeah, I
was
did.
dragged against their will.
And where'd the girl fit in?
The refugees have been detained and will not leave until all the circumstances are clarified. Back off.
Okay. So I've missed something. Can I talk to him now? Can I talk to that person?
Is this familiar to you?
The law can't help you with that.
Okay, whatever. What are you doing, John?
No one deserves to end up in a
No, they
place
don't.
like this.
I saw the beads. This is so weird. What does the I one mean? Use concentration. Did the girl kill? They said a guy did it, but it said a girl screamed first. So I wonder if someone tried to attack her, and then someone came in and tried to save her, or something.
Clearly a left handprint here.
There's more down there.
If they find out about the passage, everything
Oh.
will go to hell.
Oh, I haven't done one of these in a while, but I'm still not good about that. Find out what the passage is for. Nope.
Such a mess.
If they find out
Let's
about
figure
the
it out.
passage, everything will go to hell.
Oh, I'm no good at these. It always takes me a few tries to these. Can't see that I'm hearing him.
About the passage, everything will go to hell.
Yeah, I know. I'm never very good at these. Always takes a few goes. They find out about the
If they
passage?
find out
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess we'll have to try again. Remember to focus.
What room are they?
Sherry, just look at this. Living quarters in a sewer. What kind of a
I know, it's
genius
awful.
bureaucrat came
It's
up with
awful.
this idea?
It's awful.
If they find out about the passage...
There we go. Police officers are worried that the situation with the dead body will put the camp in strict lockdown. They'll lose the money flow they're earning from their scheme.
Nobody will know anything if you keep your bloody mouth shut.
The coppers smell fishy here, Sherry. Perhaps we should sniff around in the camp a little more thoroughly.
It's awful, this. Look at this place. Look at it all. How, though? Do we ask, or what?
Are you able to help me?
The law can't help you with that.
Well, they had
Can you
to, though.
satisfy my
They're
curiosity?
refugees. They do
I
still in
uphold the law,
places.
so I'm not answering your questions.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
You said asking, though. How do we do it without asking?
Could you help me?
I uphold the law. So I'm not answering your questions.
Well, he said to ask, didn't he?
Back off.
John says to ask, so how else do we do it without asking?
You still here?
The guards at the sewers were speaking about taking refugees
Yeah,
out of
maybe.
the camp. Do you
Maybe
know
about my
anything
outfit.
about this, Inspector?
Less than you do, obviously.
And this doesn't bother you as an officer of the law?
I can neither punish them nor put them on the right track, if that's what you're asking. Maybe your friends at City Hall could do something about it, but I seriously doubt that. To be honest, I'm sick and tired of being frowned on for my uniform. If those fine gentlemen you've eavesdropped on are in some shady business, that's on
I
their
think I've done
heads.
what John wanted me to do anyway. Is there anything else I can look into?
I'm busy. Don't you have papers to fill? City Hall lubberheads.
Must be something else.
Who isn't allowed to visit the crime scene these days?
I hope I'm not making a grave mistake in trusting you, Mr. Holmes.
Says there's got to be something else, so where? There? I need to find out. I want to find that girl. I want to get behind the scenes and find that girl. I'm sure if this is a bit boring, I just want to find out how. Take it I can't ask you two about it.
Excuse me, just one question.
Don't think I can help you, lad.
Whatever. It says to concentrate and find it, but where? Oh, I thought I heard something then. Is it in the river? They said they found him in the river thing. It usually just means concentrate. Sorry if this is a bit boring. Oh, it'd be in the river, won't it? It's gotta be. Where did they find him? Here? No, I still think they said a man did. A woman screamed and then a man killed. But they don't... Well, no, not a man killed. They don't know who killed. I just got to find out what I've got to do. They said to use concentration. But on what? And where?
I'm busy. Don't you have papers to fill? City Hall lubberheads.
On what and where?
You know, Sherry, it's dawned on me to not clown around with knives anymore.
Okay. I take it I did look at everything you needed to see here. Right, yeah.
Do you know anything about this?
I uphold the law, so I'm not answering your questions.
Yeah, Johnny's random. I don't know what to look at now. I'm not allowed to go too far that way. I looked that way, didn't I? Just one big like turning around trying to find things. Oh, here we go.
A furrow in the ground. A blood trail leading to or from the canal.
That's got to be it now, right?
I'd like to understand.
What?
How did our dead man end up inside the camp in the first place?
Yes, exactly. How did he end up in the camp? So what are the options? How did he end up? Ladder? Why was he in the refugee camp? I think he was trying to get to that
it's
girl.
too short for these walls or cliffs.
We know the girl screamed, and someone killed him after the girl screamed. But it could have been anyone. Gate? Did he end up at the gate? But how did he end up in there first? Nah.
Sealed shut. I doubt our man could get through these grates.
The secret passageway they were talking about? John laying there. John just makes me laugh. What other ways are there? Why go right through that way? Yeah, why is he in there in the first place?
Back off.
Okay, whatever. Don't help me. What other ways could he have got in there? Yeah, maybe that passageway. That gate was definitely not a way.
I hope I'm not making a grave mistake in trusting you, Mr. Holmes.
I love the way Sherlock just knows everything about anyone just by looking at them like this. Plays poker. Unfriendly. Plays poker's just a random one. He just got through the door. Everyone just seems to... She's just looking at all the random ways. So we know it's not the ladder. We're presuming this place was all shut and boarded up at the time as well. What are the other ways? Must be more than two. Boat? Unlikely.
It's unlikely anyone could get in or out of the camp by water without alerting the police guards.
So what other way is there then? He must have got in by permission then, surely. By that passageway, surely then. Wherever it may be, that one, I don't even know exactly where it was. It wasn't this gate, because it's unopened for a long time. You must have just got through the front door. Are you just overcomplicating it, Sherlock? Have you just got in through the front door? He's only suffering from food poisoning. He had poker a minute. Played poker a minute ago. Could he have just come in through the front door? Oh look, what about that? What's this? That's new, surely. What's this? I wasn't there before. That wasn't there before. Can I ask about that?
I hope I'm not making a grave mistake in trusting you, Mr. Holmes.
Who isn't allowed to visit the crime scene these days?
Why can't I ask about that? I don't know about that. It's imagination, obviously I can't ask.
I'm busy. Don't you have papers to fill?
Stop, just call me something else for once. I don't know, I can't believe I couldn't... I had my imagination thing going then, and it wouldn't allow me to do anything about it. That's weird. What if I was missing something? Oh, there. There we go. There we go. More of those cigarettes.
A single
again.
Malpal butt.
There we go. They were smoking together out there.
Roadman cigarettes. A brand highly regarded by law enforcement officers.
They were
So
smoking
there
together.
wasn't any sophisticated infiltration plan. The good old police just let the man into the camp. Now we have everything we need to get the full picture of what happened at the camp.
We're gonna imagine it again. We're gonna imagine it again. Yep. They look like cheap cigarettes, yeah. We're gonna imagine it again, have a good old imagination. We're just gonna sit here on the bridge for some reason. I'm gonna imagine how he got in. I don't think the police were in on it from the sounds of it. It just seems like he just let him in, had a good smoke with him and just said, oh, okay, fine, you can come in. For the sounds of it, I'm not sure. I'm yours now. Oh, I've got to figure this out now. Oh, so I can't click to add them there because we know they were there. Okay. Which way did that E fall? Oops. No. You went that way. His foot went that way. Yeah, was it? No, I don't think it's a woman. It's just, it's the hair at the back. It's the refugee. It's the hair at the back. I think. From the one who got stabbed, I think. I think it's just the hair at the back. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell from these pictures. We don't actually... I think it's the hair at the back. I'm not sure. Look, if you look, I think it's just the hair at the back, like the feathers or something. I'm not sure. We can't 100% tell ourselves. I'm not 100% sure though. Yeah, look at the stature. I think they're both. I'm trying to remember what evidence was there. I wish it wasn't all grayscale. It'd be much easier to tell, actually. Because I'm trying to remember what evidence was where now. So they were chasing each other around the camp, from the sounds of it. Try with the footprints. No, it can't be that. The footprints are facing each other. Must be more like that, right? Well, this goes round and round, this, doesn't it? There's the woman, I think. Look, there. The one from our picture thing. We know we lose the beads there. Because the beads are on the floor. This helps us a lot because we know about the beads. Don't know what the difference is here though. Not sure. What's the difference? Oh, I think she's been dragged. Yeah, I think that's more likely. Okay. What are you doing there? Probably got it wrong somewhere.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
What have I got wrong here? What have I got wrong here? Yeah, he was clearly a meanie, yeah. There's a lot to figure out in this one, yeah, I know.
You're not even trying.
What have I got wrong here?
Concentrate.
Not even trying, I am trying. Definitely been dragged here. And I'd even say there. And that's when they lose all the beads. There's a lot to figure out. There we go.
So we have a thug who came to take a
This is what
refugee
happened.
woman with him. She resisted, but he dragged her by force. One of the refugees stood in his way, armed with a stick, yet he could do nothing against a cutthroat with a blade. The man didn't anticipate that the other refugees would intervene and stand against him. In the confusion, the woman managed to break free. The thug took fright and fled. He was stopped by the falling crates. He stumbled and fell, piercing his chest with his own blade. However, the wound didn't cause instant death. He managed to stand, but still bleeding, he lost his balance on the bridge and fell. Before all of this, the man had freely entered the camp through the main entrance. The police admitted him after they had a short smoke together.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. In our man's case, it's the same sword.
And he deserved it. If anything, the guy actually didn't kill him, really. Really, the guy... he figured it out. So if he went to kidnap her, who... So he went to kidnap her, but actually, he wanted to kidnap her probably for someone else, which is a bit worrying. So who's the girl as well? I presume the girl is the same person. You know, the one, the ultimate one.
Mr. Harlow, your refugees didn't murder
one who
anyone.
was abused.
What? Pray tell me what you've learned.
All right, listen carefully.
I don't know.
This might solve
One who
one
got
problem
pregnant?
for you, but will create a few more.
Oh, well, that's a great start.
The man
This guy's having a bad day.
intending to kidnap one of your refugees, a woman. What he didn't expect was that the refugees would stand up to protect the woman. A brawl had broken out. In the chaos of it, the man stumbled over those crates and fell on his own blade.
How do you know he fell on his own blade?
The wound in his chest was inflicted from an unusual angle. It was not an offensive stab, shall we
You
say.
can usually tell about
The
how
refugees
angles...
didn't touch him. And
cause
judging
it.
by the blood at the scene, the intruder managed to raise himself but was unable to walk very far. He ultimately fell into the canal.
But how did he sneak into the camp? Why didn't the police see him?
And this is where your new problems emerge, Mr. Harlow.
What do you mean?
Gotta fire some people.
You're not a dull-witted man. You know what I mean.
Gotta fire some people.
There is no feasible way to get into the camp without the police guards knowing of it.
The pile of mess I had to sort out.
I feel a bit sorry for this guy.
But somehow that doesn't surprise me. Anyway, I thank you for your help, Mr. Holmes. I'll take it from here. Meanwhile, I'll make sure the police aren't detaining the refugees any longer. You can go back in and look for your witness.
Which I think is the same girl.
Can make any difference in this place.
Who knows, John? Just one ill-fitting cog could make the whole machine crumble.
I actually feel a bit sorry for this guy. Oh, look, there they are.
May I ask for your assistance?
Sorry. We don't see much here.
You're the one who tended to our man's wounds. I thank you greatly.
Oh.
The police didn't allow us to help him.
The police will leave you alone now. I've proven to them that the man who came into the camp died due to his own foolishness.
Thank you for standing up for us. But nobody would help us without a reason. You're here because you want something.
Yes, I do. I need to speak with the girl drawn here.
The dead man came for her too. He wanted to take the girl away.
I thought it'd be the same
allow
girl.
her to be hurt again. What do you want from Naylor?
Naylor. She was hurt some time ago. I'm here to find the people who did this and bring them to justice. And to find them, I need Naylor's help. Will you let me speak to her?
Justice. There's no justice on this land. But you helped us, so maybe your words are not empty. You can speak
We
to
seem to
Naylor
actually be getting far
if she
this
wants
time.
it.
Not with
But
his mother,
I will
but generally.
be watching you.
But generally.
Hello, Naylor?
I feel sorry for this girl. I feel sorry for this girl.
My
Oh.
name is Sherlock. I know someone hurt you. I am here to help. I'm trying to find the people involved and bring them to justice. Please.
I feel sorry for her.
There is a photograph, and I'm sorry, it is terrible, but I simply must ask.
Oh,
Where did this happen? What can you tell me about
Do
these
you have to show her? Do you have to show her it?
Christ, Sherlock.
Even he knows that's not right to show her
Naylor,
it.
I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this.
You come here for me, but you are rude.
He's
and
not good
cruel
at this. He's not
and
good at it.
condescending.
He's not good at it.
A cross. The man had this cross. Now go away. Leave us be. I do not need another white man's help.
I do think he's autistic.
Oof.
I mean,
Glad that wasn't me.
Oh,
Not
thanks,
my best
John.
work, John. By a long shot. Naylor doesn't want us meddling. I'm starting to wonder what this all achieves.
But she helped you anyway. Now we know that maniac's
Stop it doing
face
to
in
other
the Crossy
people.
War, we can still catch him.
Stop it happening to other people. That's what this all achieves. I think he doesn't think about things. He thinks things very logically. He's not very what's the word? Compassionate. He knows what he's doing is not really right. Or not right. He just thinks logically and with the facts. He's not very good at being empathetic. He just wants to figure things out. But yeah, even he said suddenly, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I really want to see this case through though now. I just want this to end. I feel bad for her. And John, that does not help. Oh, they should be... We need to let these cages out though.
Someone was dragged.
Oh no, I didn't mean to look at
will.
that again. I didn't mean to look at that again. And we know who was dragged now.
At least some of your kind have a hat. Thank you again.
John, what are you doing? Oh, how's he doing?
Excuse me, just one question.
They often take us from the camp to work.
Oh?
Most don't mind, though. It's the only way to get a glimpse of freedom.
Oh, John did say ask about the camp.
So there's a smuggling ring in the camp. This wasn't the first time that someone freely entered the camp to take a refugee out.
At least it was certainly his last time. My gut tells me that we'll learn more about this ring when we find out where the thug came from.
I owe you a lot, Mr. Holmes. I owe you a lot,
No,
Mr.
I
Holmes.
want to speak to the other guy now.
You still here? Go and bother someone else with this, son.
The intruder has a most peculiar tattoo on his neck, 2 lines and a point. Do you know anything about it?
You really want to know, kid? Why? You want to play a policeman or something?
I'm sure you have it in your records, so it won't hurt if I have it in mine.
In my records, it's just a tattoo, as it should be in yours. Ah, to hell with you. Suit yourself as to what you're going to do with it. Off the record, though, such tattoos are often connected to a man named Mr. Niccolo Bernadotti.
Bernadotti, you say?
A respectable businessman in
Respectable?
Scalario. His company imports goods and wines, and smuggles everything that can be smuggled between the colonies and the mainland. His people can be identified by an obscure tattoo.
Might have to see
just
it
like
through
the
till
one
I
over
figure it
there
out
our
though.
friend has. But these
This
are all
case, I
merely
mean.
rumours, you see.
That'd be a long
If
stream.
Mr. Bernadotti was a criminal, he'd be in prison now. Or hanged, right?
Right. Because that's how the justice system works in these games. Can't you all shut up now then? Out here. They didn't murder anyone, we've just proved that. Oh. The refugee best tattoos. We're going to go back to the archives. We're going to the archives a lot, more than I do in real life. Wish it was this easy though.
A contest for the guests
Yeah,
of Cordova.
yeah. I still hope we can earn that girl's trust. I know she must hate all guys, and I guess all white men, to be fair. Are we in the wrong office?
If you're here on matters of signing up for military service, come back tomorrow.
I spoke to the wrong person.
Our department needs to straighten out some business.
I spoke to the wrong person, I've just realised. I've just spoken to the wrong person. I think. What's that? Didn't mean to speak to you. Oh, there.
Why are you staring at me like I'm a Madame Tussauds figure? Didn't you hear what I just said?
You blame yourself for what you did. Won't be any good unless you confess to me, so I'll try to be polite.
What sort of did are we talking about? Are you from the press?
I'm here because of Naylor.
Who?
I'm in the right person.
You don't remember her name.
Lad, if you won't tell me why you came, I'll call for someone here to sort you out, if you get my meaning.
Do you recognize this man?
We definitely look alike. But you have the wrong person.
Really? Then you won't mind if I pass this along to the newspaper?
All right. All right. Is this about money, as you said in the letter? What kind of sum are we talking about?
I've never written a single word to you. Bribery, not my style.
So, that letter, it wasn't from you?
Oh, it appears that more and more people in the city are finding out about your despicable hobby, doesn't it? You're in the clutches of justice, and very soon they will squeeze you.
I didn't realise that I'd got the right person straight away. I went to look in the archives.
Fine. I suppose now we have a nice long talk. Do you drink, Mr.
Sherlock Holmes? And I do not.
Shame. All the best discussions are accompanied by a glass of whiskey. But out of respect for you, I won't drink either.
Respect? That's an unusual word in your mouth, Mr.
Where are my manners? My name is Thomas Norton, a British envoy in Cordona on a military mission.
Maybe he is a party goer instead.
Where do we start?
You mentioned blackmail.
So it's
Tell
him
me about it.
All right.
You know.
A couple of days ago, I received an anonymous letter. It said that in the art gallery at Caravansary there exists a painting that incriminates me. The blackmailer made it clear that if there is a painting, then a photograph exists too. And I should be wary of what it might do to my reputation.
What does the blackmailer want from you?
Money, of course.
So it was him who
What
did
else
it.
do such people want?
Doesn't
Needless
mean
to
he did
say,
the killing, though.
I don't remember anyone taking photographs at the party. Up until the last moment, I hoped he was bluffing. But he wasn't, as you've just proven to me.
Show me the letter.
I burnt it as soon as I read it. I've left enough evidence. There's no need for any more.
So it's him who did it to the girl.
So, let's return to the beginning. What happened at the party?
I vaguely remember that night. As usual at such parties, you meet
Did they
people,
hire her?
talk with them. They invite you to spend some time alone with them. What can I
Actually,
say?
I don't want to think that way.
I got myself mixed up with the
I'm not
wrong
thinking
company,
that way.
and
I
somebody
can't believe
must
we're
have
streaming
mixed
a game
some
like this.
psychoactive substance in my
I
drink.
can't believe we're streaming a game like
After
this.
that, it's all blurry.
We've got to
I
at least
completely
arrest him,
lost my
if no one else.
sanity. I made a terrible mistake which I regret deeply.
You don't say. Do refugee girls often appear on the menu at those types of parties?
It's rather rare.
So you didn't attend the party to engage in an exotic experience involving a vulnerable woman unable to accuse you of assault?
I would never have planned such a terrible thing. What happened was just Bad circumstance?
The painting that depicted you in the image of the devil was stolen by a mercenary. Did you have anything to do with it?
I might be a rotten person, sir, but hiring criminals for illicit purposes is not in my daily schedule.
And buying the painting in an attempt to hide the crime, is that on your daily schedule?
What would you do in my situation?
I would never put myself in such a situation.
You're young. I could never have imagined myself in my current position, yet here I am in front of you. We all make mistakes, Mr. Holmes, and I'm no exception.
Boniface Mercurio, does the name mean anything to you?
He's an artist, right?
The one responsible for the painting that compromises you. I found him dead in his room.
Oh, that is bad. Wait, you don't think that I have anything to do with this?
You had motive to kill him.
Maybe I did, but listen. I know how this looks, but murder? That's on another level. I had thoughts that this Mercutio...
Mercurio?
Well, him, yes. I thought he could have been the blackmailer. But I was too afraid to make any hasty decisions. There were plenty of ways to fail by making a move, so I chose to wait. To see what he would do next. You have to believe me.
I don't believe people, I believe evidence.
Then look at the evidence. Mr. Holmes, I've built my entire career on hard work and uncompromising dedication to the Crown. I made a mistake, but I'm not a villain from some cheap adventure fiction. By putting me behind bars, you will benefit precisely no one.
Rotting in prison is the least you deserve, but I have a better idea. You will make amends and help the ones you hurt. Naylor deserves the very utmost of what you can do.
Help the girl? I can't risk the press paying extra attention to her. I will do anything except that.
That's not all. Use your connections to help patriate the refugees, find them decent homes, give them jobs. There must be a meaning to your position and my decision.
Yes, all right, I can do that.
No.
So, will you give me the photograph now?
I need to think this all through. Don't do anything foolish in the meantime.
What makes you think you can decide what's best for these people?
Such is the arrogance of British imperialism. I take your point.
Oh, I'm not giving him the photograph. Gotta do more before I decide anything. I know, a lot's going on. Nope. There we go.
What a lovely man this Bernadotte is, eh, Sherry? Can't wait until we get...
In theory, I could finish all this now, but I'm not done yet. I could finish this case now and leave loose threads done, but I'm not done yet. I'm not leaving anyone. Okay, main office south near the crossing with Roman Road.
Meeting.
So in theory, we could just forget about the killer, give the photo to the guy, allow him to help the refugees and forget about the killer. But where's the fun in that? And then we'd be forgetting about the killer. And the kidnapper. And everything. See, this game could take some really weird turns. Where is it? Somewhere around here. Bazaar Road. With Roman Road. There. This stream's going to go on until I solve this case because I'm upset about her. I'm not. I can't believe these kind of games though could just let you drop the cold killer's case almost. Just give him the photograph and let him kind of pay off for the refugees. It gives up a really weird yawning. Sense of morality. I'm yawning. Sorry. Because I'm bored just because it's like 1 o'clock. Yeah, I might stream at like a bookshop. What's in the bookshop? Tempted by what's in the bookshop. Oh, why can I buy newspapers?
I wish you a pleasant reading.
Don't know why I'm buying newspapers. I just am. But yeah. I might stream at like 9 tomorrow, just about maybe a little bit earlier. Only because, like I said, I've got London. A conference in London for a few days. I'm staying up there. Taking my Switch with me, but... Okay. Near the crossing of Roman Road. Somewhere around here. So it's near the crossing. Okay, so it's going to be about there. Sorry. Bash into them. Yeah? Sometimes doing that helps. It'd be nice if people would just give me directions sometimes. Is that it? Nope. Well, a lot of these streets just look the same. I will find you near the crossing, near the crossing. I'm going the wrong way now. There's a tea room. I doubt that's his business. Come on. They do look the same. It just reminds me of the old SpongeBob game, funnily enough. Where you had to deliver pizzas in an old SpongeBob PS2 game, Flying Dutchman. And you actually had to try and read the numbers on the doors. It was ridiculous. On a PS2 game, reading the numbers on the doors to deliver pizzas as SpongeBob. Hey, let me get past, woman. How were you expected to do that? Is that it? Oh, it was a good game. Oh, maybe I should play that again. The only one I wouldn't play again is Battle for Bikini Bottom, because that's had a remaster recently. Come on, where is it? The stupid business. How are you meant to find these businesses? I mean, they're getting 4 stars. Well, not 4 stars. They're getting 2 stars from me. These businesses. They're poor street lighting as well. It definitely said, Operation main office, southeastern Bazaar Road, near the crossing with Roman Road. There's Roman Road. Here's Bazaar Road. Bazaar? I can't pronounce it. Sorry. We're here. There's only so many places. And how many people are deaf in this city? No wonder all of them say they can't help me. Oh, is this it? Yay!
It seems they're not expecting guests.
I won't wait for an invitation, John.
Help me, please. Do I look like a man who can help your kind?
Oh, thanks. Now you've just been snobbish. How'd I get in then? Gotta find another way in. Maybe I should dress up for one, because now they seem to be snobbish to me. Another way in, another way in. We go round? Oh.
These workers don't look like your average Cordona folk.
They're refugees from the camp.
Maybe I shouldn't be all dressed up. Maybe I should be the opposite. Oops. Oops.
That's our way in, Sherry.
Why should I be dressing up as a refugee? I should be dressing up as a refugee. Typical. I know. I thought I should dress posh. It was the other way, wasn't it? That's John. So...
Hey, yo. This is private
Oh,
property.
still
You
report,
lost
yeah.
something.
I'm here to discuss business with Mr. Bernadotti.
Oh,
I
still
tried
at the
front
voice.
door, but
Mr. Bernadotti isn't seeing anyone. You have 3 seconds to walk away or you'll never walk again. Capito?
it's in Mr. Bernadotti's best interest.
Maybe I should have
to-
dressed posh. Oh well.
One.
Listen, the man Bernadotti sent to...
So...
You know what?
I did try to resolve this peacefully.
We're gonna have a fight. Oh, it's another fight, isn't it? Brilliant. We did this before. Well, we're in the exact same location almost as before as well.
I'm coming for you.
I thought we were against murder.
I didn't mean to. I shot him in where you said to. I shot him where you said to. I didn't mean to actually shoot him there. I shot him in the orange bit. You know, the weak point. I shot him in the weak point.
I couldn't miss the party.
They always say the same things as well. What's John doing up there?
I couldn't miss the party. Get ready for some pain.
The snuff's ready.
How do I even use the snuff?
Overcome him. Don't rush.
I'm gonna die.
I'm coming for you.
No, you've killed him.
I don't care, John. I'm not going for a no-kill run, you know.
I thought we were against murder.
Oh, shut up, John. You're just my subconscious. I don't care. Where are you?
Hey, you could have kept him alive.
I don't care.
Time to...
Where's my snuff box when you need it? I'm just gonna kill everyone. I really don't care about killing. They're shooting at me. I swear they've not got a no-kill policy.
No, you killed him.
Well, what was I meant to do there?
For you.
Give him the pepper snuff.
I'm coming.
Too simple.
How many of them have I killed now? Are they still going for me? And if so, why? How many more of them are there? Oh God. I bet I've got to start from the beginning now as well. But I've got to start from the beginning too. I'm just gonna shoot them all now, you know.
I'm coming.
No, you killed him.
I don't care.
Take a rest, my friend. Don't cry.
The snuff's ready.
I'm coming.
No more crime for you until next month.
Overcome him. Don't rush.
I'm coming for you.
I thought we were against murder.
I was trying to get the thing on his back, admittedly.
Weaken him first.
I couldn't miss the party. I'm coming for you.
Don't cry. Give him the pepper snuff.
I am invincible. I'm coming.
No, you've killed him.
Oh well.
Homework.
I couldn't miss the party.
Weaken him first.
I couldn't miss the party.
I hate when they keep saying that. It really bugs me. Oh, hey!
Homework this way.
I'm coming.
I thought we were against murder.
Oh, shut up, John.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
Hey, you could have kept him alive.
No, I couldn't have. Are we nearly done yet?
You've lost.
Yeah, thank God for that.
The snuff's ready.
Sorry that was boring. Sorry that's boring, and I killed a fair few of them. And John's not happy with me because I've got a red face.
You've disappointed me so much, Sherlock.
Yeah. I got a trophy though for killing them. Weirdly enough. Finger slipped. Finger slipped. Oh my God, that's funny.
Sherry, look. This seems familiar.
Finger slipped. Got a trophy. I wish the trophy. I need to find a way to get the trophies to come up here.
A Dogon statue from West Africa.
Oh, they're taking stuff from Africa too now.
A century old at least.
Can we just get to the end of this case now? Then I can sleep. And John can stop having a go at me.
Masks.
They were
Traditional for the
shooting at
chocolate
me.
people
They
of
had a
Central
no.
Africa.
They didn't have a no-kill rule. And are you really my subconscious? I didn't mind killing.
Low blue tableware. This is what lies behind the facade of Bernadotte Company Limited.
This is why I don't do the police cases, because just because. What's the? I'm not the most well-behaved man, to be sure, but murder? No, that's crossing a line. It's just not right. Yeah, right, John. Whatever. Oh, someone in the corner. I didn't see you.
No, sir. Don't hurt me.
It's all right. I won't harm you.
I'm sorry,
Like
I
you
didn't see
didn't
you
harm
there.
the folks on the way here.
Oh, shut up, John. Shut up, John. That was uncalled
An amazing
for.
piece of culture.
They were
I
hurting me
imagine many
first.
collectors and museums would be interested in having it.
Shut up, John. Now that was low. They were shooting at me first. It was self-defense.
Can I ask you a question?
Sorry, we don't see much here.
Don't come any closer.
Oh.
One step and I'll
I can
shred
shoot
you to
him, right?
pieces.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Right, so, yes. Yep, Well, excuse me, sir. I think I hear... I've got to... It's better I leave.
Whoa. Oh, wow. That was as if somebody put my words in your mouth.
Go ahead, make my day. Oh, I loved that. That was brilliant. Okay, once we finish with this game, I am definitely replaying one of the first Sherlock game I ever played, just to show you the differences, which was the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. No, not Testament. Crimes and Punishments. That's the first one I ever played. Just to show you the differences, because that was so different. I mean, you still did the whole mind map thing, but it played... This is a young Sherlock though, but even the whole gameplay... Oh.
I suppose it's Mr. Bernadotte with our fine governor. 1875. It was taken a few years back. John, how many people in Cordona have a photograph with the governor, do you think?
You definitely don't have one.
Oh, who's that?
I have a family.
They're really upset about the fact I've shot people, aren't they? They're really upset.
Spare me.
They're really upset about the fact I've shot people.
Spare me.
I didn't realise they'd be that upset. Well, they were up hurting people themselves. I mean, come on.
Spare me.
Were they really that upset? Come on.
So, you've cut through all the guards just to talk to me. Then come here, and we shall talk.
Let me get some information on you first. John over there. He's relaxing with a cigar. Okay. Let me get some information first before I talk to you. Ready to defend himself, hostile Italian businessman. I need to get some information before I talk to you.
Whenever you're ready. I'd hate to intrude.
God, I can't believe they're that upset about me shooting people. They're never usually that bothered. Okay. He's got a gun. I've got to be wary of that one. I've got to keep doing this. Sorry. I realised I didn't think I've got everything already. But whatever. Oh. Was that another tattoo? There? No, we already did that. So what else is there? There? I don't know what that is. Ruthless crime lord, probably. I mean, was there much difference? Fashion has come a long way, yeah.
Bad news.
He looks like a mob
The thug you
boss.
sent to the refugee camp only succeeded in stabbing himself. His next and final journey will be to the morgue.
Oh, dear horses. Who the hell are you?
Sherlock Holmes. And you are Niccolo Bernadotte, a smuggler, kidnapper, and notorious cutthroat, among other things.
Few men would dare waltz into my office and address me like that. You are either overconfident or unintelligent. This is private property. Give me one reason why I should not shoot you on the spot. I am sure my friends at the station would call it self-defense.
Mr. Bernadotti, do you know the name Boniface Mercurio?
I do not.
Mercurio was a local artist. Recently,
I think we're
a
finally
man
getting to
broke
the end
into
of
his
this case,
apartment,
but...
ransacked the place and killed him. The thief was looking for something.
You are testing my patience, boy.
In a moment, the connection will reveal itself. As I said, your man was found dead in the refugee camp. He was there to kidnap a woman, but the other refugees intervened to try and save her. The ensuing scuffle resulted in the man's accidental suicide. He sported the same tattoo as your men in this building. In fact, it also bears a resemblance to the one on your neck. Care to explain what business your man had with this woman?
You have no idea.
Yeah, this case, still don't know of his mother, but...
I can assure you this was no kidnapping.
Again, this
the
overarching
refugees in the
storyline.
camp are on edge. What happened there is a tragic accident. One I am not responsible for.
Right.
For what reason was your man there if not to abduct her?
Why would I answer? You are yet to
'Cause you get
justify
them?
your
You
presence
hire
in
them?
the slightest.
I was hired, privately, to investigate the recent theft of a painting from an art gallery. My investigation led me to a man from your organization, and thus, to you, Mr. Bernadotti.
That is quite a stretch. Why would I need to steal a painting when I could buy anyone I wanted? So this painting is why you broke into my office. So many words, so little action. When you barged into my office, Mr. Holmes, I got the impression you wanted to talk business. Now I see you had come just to talk. Tell me exactly what you want, or get out.
It was necessary groundwork for what comes next. I have enough evidence to conclude that the gallery thief, the artist's
Look at the way he
killer, and the
looks.
dead man in the camp are all the same person.
Your time is
Yep.
almost up, Mr. Holmes.
Exactly.
Before you draw your gun, there is one final detail I am yet to mention. The young woman your man was tasked to collect from the refugee camp had been defiled at a perverse masquerade party.
Sadly,
That
yes.
violation was captured in a photograph by Boniface Mercurio and used as a reference for his painting. The photo shows the attacker's face.
Finally. That's why you're here, Mr. Holmes. You have the photograph.
It is what your man was after when he broke into Mercurio's apartment, and it is what you're after too, isn't it, Mr. Bernadotti?
You have the photograph with you. How much do you want for it?
I am not naive enough to carry it with
Yeah,
me, but
right.
I am yet to decide what I shall do with it.
Yeah, right.
I know the man in the photo is a British envoy. What interest do you have in his downfall?
I must admit, I'm rather impressed by how comprehensively you have pursued this matter. And so, you deserve
I love the
honest
outfit I've
answer.
got Sherlock
My
wearing.
business dealings are often arduous in their bureaucracy.
You can see the way it
And
flashes.
in this
It's
position,
decided on your
willing to look
choices.
the other
It's
way
how
would
to
ease
phrase
my
this.
work significantly. In return, I will make sure no one looks his way either. A favor for a favor.
Also known as blackmail, the modus operandi of any true professional.
It was not originally my idea. Mercurio set things in motion, extorting the envoy for the most trivial of ends. Money. In response, the envoy hired my man to retrieve the painting and the photograph, eliminating Mercurio's leverage. I only learned the whole story after the artist was killed in his home.
And rather than
There's no
extricate
good ending
yourself,
to any of this, is there?
instead, you took over Mercurio's venture.
It fell into my lap. As a businessman, I simply seized the opportunity. Now, how much do you want
No.
for the image?
No, 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 no. Say I'll give you the vote. Oh, no way.
Why did you send your man to remove
Really
the
does
woman
give
from
you
the
free
camp?
reign in this game,
Without
though.
a photograph, her
Which is
testimony
interesting.
was the next best thing. Securing her was in
It's interesting how much
everyone's
free reign it
interest.
gives you.
Victims and
these
witnesses
games.
all too often disappear. I thought the girl was safer with us. I did not anticipate what would happen at the camp.
Again, there's a whole series of these games.
I saw refugees from the camp at your warehouse. They work for you.
I have made certain arrangements with City Hall and the police. Thanks to
See,
me,
it's all corrupt.
refugees can work and be paid. It's a pathway to freedom.
And how much do you save by capitalizing on their cheap labor?
I have heard no complaints. They seem happy just to get out of that slum.
I'm starting to think just giving it to the... Yeah, they must take long to make these. Yeah, they must take ages to make these. Especially as it allows you so much freedom.
I could not help but appreciate the collection of smuggled artifacts in your storeroom. You have rather diversified your business.
Oh, high and mighty of
And it doesn't
you,
really
Mr.
punish
Holmes.
you for some of the choices
Not all
as well.
smuggling is
It
immoral.
even doesn't always tell
At
you who the
generous
guilty guy
rates
was.
to developing cultures
Like
and
the last
spread
case
their
didn't tell
culture
you
to
who was
eager
guilty.
buyers. And furthermore, I supply many immigrants.
John at the back is
taste
just smoking
home.
a cigar and leaving us to it.
Convenient way of thinking.
I have traveled wildly, Mr. Holmes. I've seen people in far-flung lands for whom my services are a lifeline. Without them, they would starve. The
Right,
tax
he's
on
making
cargo
himself
is
seem
often
good.
so absurd that it would be more profitable to
I think I've
simply
decided what I'm
sink
going to
your
do
ship than
with this
dock
one.
it in the harbor.
This isn't
trust
about
me,
who's guilty.
I'm
We know
speaking
who's
from
guilty.
experience.
This is about what we're going to do with the photo. Now, how do I back out of this? I don't want to give him the photo. Oh, we've got
Why
to
should I
find out
give
what
you
we
the
would do.
photograph?
Just name your price.
What if my price were not money? You claim to have connections, Mr. Bernadotte. Perhaps you could improve conditions for the refugees. Give them
This
a
is not about
chance
who's
for a better
guilty. We
life.
know who's guilty. This is about what's going to happen if we do what we do with the photograph.
Holmes, but help the whole camp. You are asking too much. I could, however, make arrangements for one person. The woman who
Oh.
was violated will have her own home outside the camp,
Oh.
solely for her and her child.
This
She
is
will
a
no
decision.
longer be a refugee, but a princess. That I can guarantee.
Is that really possible?
It will be
Oh.
neither fast nor easy, but I can
This
do
is it.
She deserves it, don't you agree? And as for her abuser, he will serve me as much as he deserves.
So
Wow.
in your plan, everybody will be given their due. Especially you, Mr. Bernadotte.
Seems like a fair deal, no?
That's it.
I doubt anyone could offer you better. Simply give me the photograph, and the world becomes a better place. I give
Do
you
we
my
help
word.
them all, or do we help just the one? That's it. We're not deciding who's guilty because we know who's guilty. Do we help all the refugees a little bit, or do we help the one who was really abused completely? Do we set her up for life and stop her being a refugee and like give her a home, help her kids, give her a house, you know, set her up for life? And punish the abuser? I mean, you're still handing over the photograph to a horrible guy. Or do you hand the photograph to another horrible guy, and in return he helps the refugees as a group, but a tiny amount? Yeah. You would be helping the one who was abused. Loads, though. But it wouldn't help the rest of the refugees. But you could help all of the refugees, but only a small, moderate amount. So do you help one person loads? Or do you help the whole group? A small amount, basically. But in the way you're still like, sort of... You're still handing over the photograph to horrible people. Either way, it's a lose-lose situation in a weird way.
The front door's now open, sir. You can leave through it. If you want, of course.
I just need to make sure I've found everything while I'm here as well. I need to consider this. Do you help one person loads, or do you help some people? Or do you... I don't know now. I'm conflicted now. I feel like I can't not help all of them, though. I mean, because they're all suffering. I mean, I feel bad for her, obviously, and I want to help her as much as possible. But... Oh, I missed that. I
Let's
feel
see
like...
what's hidden there.
But she was worse off, yeah. But they were all
Vogel's
bad. I mean,
stolen
look at that
painting.
guy who was stabbed.
Isn't it curious
He
how
wasn't
it
going to be
developed into a
helped
much more
without us.
interesting case?
There's the portrait. But the guy who was stabbed, he was not going to get any medical help at all had we not intervened. He was going to be left to die. There, see? Here we go. Victim of Nella, I don't know, was violated and very nearly kidnapped. First of all, I must make sure that she and her baby are secured. Or all refugees are victims of the system. The situation they are in must and can be mended. She was worst off. I feel like I want to help her. The system needs help, but there's other ways of doing it. I don't trust the guy will help. I don't know. I want to help her. I feel like she needs help. Do you think we should go for her? Do you think we should go for her, Paige? Do you think we should go for helping her? Or do you think we should try and help them all? But that would only be a little bit. Or do you think we should definitely help her and give her a house and her baby a house? I mean, we know the killer's dead now. Because he stabbed himself. So, there's that. We'll help her. Okay. There we go then. So is that what we decided? How do we choose that then? Happy life for Naylor and my child was convincing. Okay. You better stick to that or I'm killing him. This better work. What are you doing, John? Looking in the accounting area? What, the majority of the money off the refugees? This better work.
If I give you the photograph, how do I know you will not come after me?
Mr. Holmes, you are not a threat. The local authorities owe me favors. For all your confidence, you cannot actually
You better help
harm
her.
me. Besides, I like you and your approach to
I
business.
killed your people.
We are not dissimilar. Pragmatists to a fault.
Indeed, I cannot ignore the just outcomes in what you have proposed. All right, take the photograph.
You are a hard man to read, Mr. Holmes. I couldn't tell if you actually had it. Fear not.
Oh, you better look
His
after her.
decision will bear its fruits soon enough.
You better
One
look
more
after her.
thing, Mr. Holmes. Now that I have the photo, you may as well take Mr. Mercurio's painting back to the gallery. Please, send my apologies.
Okay. And the guy gets his painting back. Oh, are we back at the gallery? Oh, I better get dressed then. Can't be like this. What are we going to wear? Oh, let's wear that. If you have to ask, you can't afford it. Eh. Oh, we better go to respect the quiff. I can't even say it now. Clean shaven? Yeah, that's more like it. This better pay off.
Mr. Holmes, you've returned. Have you uncovered anything new about the theft?
And I think this will be wrapping up soon and I'll be stopping the stream because we've done this case.
I've brought news, but not all of it will please you.
Fill me in, Mr. Holmes. I won't shoot the messenger.
I might shoot you.
I tracked down Boniface Mercurio.
I presume he wasn't delighted about the situation.
He
Respect the
was
quiff.
not having a
Quiff?
good
I can't
day
pronounce quiff.
on account of his murder. Killed in his own flat by the same person that stole his painting.
Oh, sweet Mercurio. Perishing in the pursuit of his art. How apt. I will miss his exceptional sense of humor.
I located the thief, but found him rather cold. He was tight-lipped about the painting, too.
Huh, he's dead. How very droll, Mr. Holmes. One presumes you were not responsible.
It was an accident at the refugee camp. He impaled himself on his own knife.
Life is nothing if not cruel and capricious.
It just sounds
What
funny
about
when
the
you put it
stone
like that.
painting? Have you located it?
Yes, it's here.
Splendid. I'm most grateful, Mr. Holmes. It must have been a difficult task. Will you share your adventures with me?
I cannot, Mr. Vogel. The story is much like your undergallery. Not for everyone's eyes and ears.
So sometimes you do hide the truth. What has happened to your crusade?
Oh yeah, no
I'm not on a
lies.
crusade. I simply do not owe you the story.
It was not an attack, Mr. Holmes. If you've chosen to keep secrets, I'll respect it. Besides, the truth is often more boring than the mystery. No?
It is what it is, Mr. Vogel.
Well, now that we've resolved all of our outstanding matters, I have a gift for you. I took the liberty of having it delivered to Stonewood Manor. I'm told it belonged to your mother.
Oh, see, another thing about his mother. See, every time, end of a case, something more about his mother.
Previously you mentioned there may have been more to my mother's passing
Every
than
time.
consumption. It appears you were right.
Oh,
Every time.
dear. I'd hoped to be wrong.
She
Every
was
time.
unstable, mentally unwell. She required sustained, specialized treatment, but her madness persisted.
I knew that Violet had disappeared from the public eye, but had no idea.
Every
of
time
her
something about his
suffering.
mother comes back up
I cannot imagine what
with the
you're
cases.
feeling.
I'm fine.
Then we have another case that draws us back.
And what exactly have you sent me?
So let's go back to
I'm
the
not
manor
sure
quickly,
how to
find out
answer
what it...
that.
Or
I
maybe we
trust you'll
shouldn't,
know.
because that'll take the stream longer, won't it? If I go back to
Thank
the manor
you,
and find out
Mr.
what it
Vogel.
is.
I'm
I'm curious now.
to see what you have procured.
I'm curious as to what the mother's thing is now, though. It's going to make the stream longer. It's going to make the stream longer, but I need to find out what he's delivered to us now. What has he sent to us now? Oh, come on. Oh, it's a box. It's a box of some kind. Ugh!
It's a bizarre object, and yet
Better not be her.
oddly familiar.
Oh no, of course it's not. Oh. Oh.
Did you just remember something?
Yes. A room full of curiosities and artifacts. I think I can find it in the manor.
Sherlock. So, you continue to pursue the imaginary. I had hoped you might have got all this out of your system by now.
Mycroft, what are you doing here?
Oh, it's his
Get out
brother.
of my house.
It's my house, actually.
It's his brother.
I've come to bring you back.
I have no
At last.
interest in returning, let alone with you. I know you lied about Mother all these years, claiming she was
His
merely
brother.
ill, but she was unstable. She never had tuberculosis. She was not recuperating, but mentally deteriorating, and you never once thought to tell me. How dare...
I shall not indulge this petulant tantrum. You can just tire yourself out and then slink back to London with your tail between your legs.
Just tell me everything! I'm an adult now. Show me the basic courtesy of an explanation. You know I will find out eventually.
The goal was stability, and that's what you got. The right thing for everyone was to try and move on from her passing.
The consequences of one's actions determines what is right or wrong.
Yes, exactly. The ends justify the means. After leaving Cordona, Sherlock, you had a normal childhood. In London, I was able to support you, guide you, shape you into a fine and productive young man. You have so much potential.
Tell him,
so
Mycroft.
much to offer
Tell him.
society.
What was
But that's
it?
not the end. Now I found the truth, and it has shattered everything I knew about her, about you, and about myself. I feel unstable because of you. Your actions were not justified. Lying never is.
Oh, grow up, Sherlock. It was a white lie which has as much use in the realm of the interpersonal as the international. It is time you come to accept that some things are bigger than yourself.
Oh, you are full of it. You like to pretend you care about the big picture, but it's just an ego trip. You like knowing more than others. You like greasing palms and rubbing shoulders with the rich and powerful. You like having eyes and ears everywhere. The fact it helps the nation is incidental. Because all you care about is yourself.
It's true. I have agents everywhere, including Cordona. If you weren't so damn stubborn, you'd realize that means I'm only here for you.
I love Mycroft and Sherlock in the TV series. Mycroft serves the Queen and Crown and country and all that. He's in the Secret Service and...
Just look at this thing.
Oh, that's not the important thing, John. Oh, I wanted to stop, but now I need to know more. I need to know more. I need to at least know what this room was. Mycroft should just tell him. Near a painting. Oh, what? Mycroft was so much older.
I remember returning home with a pair of perfect sticks.
John really does act silly. I think that's what it is. Sherlock is so...
That's right. We stood there, frozen,
so normal. Well, not normal.
Huge in the main
Sherlock
hall.
is never silly. I think it's Sherlock's silly side. That's his subconscious silly side that just comes out. What's this?
It was a giant aquarium with a living mermaid in it.
Impossible. It must have been something else.
It's obviously Victorians believed in mermaids.
Oh, of course. That mortifying hoax presently taking up space in our front yard.
Well, fine. Your memory's better than mine. But I'm sure we started examining it immediately. And someone else was around, too.
It was my mother. She asked what I thought of the artifact.
You were really concentrating and holding something in your hand.
Magnifying glass?
I inspected it with a magnifying glass and was able to confirm it was made of two different skeletons.
So I know I said I would stop soon.
The mermaid was a
actually,
fake.
And so
I just
it was
need to
time
know.
to smash the thing. Your mother took a hammer and...
Slow down, John. That's not how it happened. I remember other people joined us.
Mycroft, maybe? Workers?
The workers took the artifact and placed it into the cabinet of curiosities. It became part of Mother's collection of fakes. She always said that the truth lies in the details. This mermaid helped me to learn that.
They have a lot of fakes, actually. They have a lot of fakes in Victorians liked looking at that kind of thing. They like knowing about fakes. Is it in that room? No, it can't be in that room then. For that room. No, it's the wrong way around. It could be that room.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
My mother's studio. She was an authenticator, and this was her cabinet of curiosities.
Victorians believed in mermaids and stuff.
I remember this cozy blanket.
Is real.
It was perfect for
It matters.
Wigwam! Oh, that was a joy to build them. Imagining ourselves as wayfarers on the other side of the world.
This is just going to get sadder, this, isn't it? Oh, what's that?
Look, it's Roger. This jolly old man's well preserved. Even looks refreshed.
It just reminds me of all my history
I doubt
stuff.
he drew much interest at the auction.
That's for the best. I'd be upset if he fell into the wrong hands.
It'd be a lot longer stream than I intended. Oh well. letters and stuff. What are these?
Carefully opened. Dated 24th of April, 1869.
Death of Miss Violet Holmes. Primary witness. Criminal court. Wait, was she killed? Criminal court? Trial? Wait, did he kill her? Was she overdosed? Now that's interesting.
So many calling cards. Mycroft liked to keep useful people at hand.
Did he overdose her, the doctor? Why would there be a criminal court investigation?
Reliable and driven. I recognise Mycroft's handwriting. Officer Luciano J. Placido.
I wish we could just focus on his mother. I know they want to draw this out, but I wish we could just focus on his mother's death. We could get this done a lot quicker.
This drawer was always closed. Only Mycroft knew how to open it.
I remember we tried to break it open and spy on him, but alas, had no success. Maybe today's the day. Oh, Sherry.
Can we find out more? Mycroft testified against Dr. Reiter. He testified against the doctor. So the doctor might have killed her.
1852, Bingley, West Yorkshire. This photo caused a lot of fuss. My mother spent some time to prove
Oh,
it
I've
was a
seen
fake.
that photo. I wish they would turn it round the other way. Wait, let me look at it again. Can we turn it round? Hey! I don't know if anyone's ever seen that photo on here. You page or anyone watching it later. But that is a famous photo. Real fake photo. Photo real in real life of people with fairies. They actually believed it was real back in the day. Someone with real fairies. They believed there were real fairies in that photo. It's a fake, obviously. Why would the doctor kill her? He might not have done it on purpose. It might have just been an overdose. You can still... it might have just been an overdose, but it'd still be criminal court, though, to prove that he overdosed her. Otherwise, maybe he did kill her, like on purpose. Either way, I don't know. To be fair, the amount of drugs he's given her could be an overdose very easily.
The so-called mummy of a Persian princess. The defrauders did good work, but missed one small detail. It's the mummy of a man.
I wonder how long I'm actually going to play this for. I just want to know about his mum, and not the mummy.
And this one was brought from a German museum. They claimed it belonged to Vikings. Nonsense, of course. Vikings never had horns on their helmets.
Yes! Thank you! Sorry, that bugs me. Vikings don't wear those helmets. Everyone always depicts Vikings wearing horns like that. They don't. They don't wear helmets like that, Vikings. It's a stupid thing to show. So thank you, Sherlock, for proving that. It bugs me. Mrs. Holmes is a patient of considerable interest and an ideal test subject to explore some of my theories. I attempt to repeatedly immerse her in a traumatic... What? That precipitated her mental illness. It's my belief that reliving that moment may give her mind a chance to embrace what happened, accept it, and cure itself. In addition, it's fortuitous to around the broader Holmes family. Perhaps I'll be able to examine the hereditary... Well, it appears that the mother's condition has begun to affect the mind of the youngest boy. It seems that the boy suffers ongoing hallucinations in the form of an imaginary friend, John. Oh my god. It seems that the boy suffers ongoing hallucinations. Wow. I mean, Sherlock was questioning whether he was had issues. So the doctor thinks he has some issues. So the doctor thinks Sherlock's got mental health issues. Which Sherlock does wonder himself, to be honest.
Clearly, it was deliberately torn. I wonder why someone would do that.
Oh, another on those books. That thing
The
you wanted.
Tulpa. Studies in Tibetan
Oh wait, no, it's
mentalism.
not. No, it's not. It's something else.
An impressive number of bookmarks. Someone was rather obsessed with this subject.
This is weird. There's loads of bits being added together in this. The John thing in particular. The John thing in particular, the fact he thinks John's a mental health problem. Well, this is a lot to take in.
The full plate armour of Sir Robert Swanford. I was told my father won it in a wager.
Holmes most likely suffers from
Armour is
Asperger's
armour,
syndrome,
but
minor
look,
case of
his
bipolar.
sword.
That's a lot of
how
things.
badly I wanted to wield the blade.
I mean, the Asperger's, although to be fair, Asperger's, they don't call it that anymore, so that's quite an outdated term. They could call it something on the autism. He'd be on the autistic spectrum somewhere, because they don't call it Asperger's anymore. Though I don't know.
Mother
I
said
presume
this
that's
was
an
among
old
the hunting
article.
trophies of a Scottish Viscount.
That's a lot of things to call him. I
So
don't
he
think
tried
he's.
to persuade everyone that his forest was
I don't think he's
inhabited by these
bipolar.
beasts.
I really don't
It
think
would
he's
have been
bipolar.
thrilling if it were actually true.
I don't think he's bipolar. I don't know what savant syndrome is. I just think he's just got very high intellect, to be honest. I do think he's probably autistic, which would be what they used to call
One of the most ridiculous
Asperger's.
fakes I ever saw. Its owner insisted it was a polar bear. He thought the white paint on the brown fur wasn't noticeable.
No, they got rid of the term Asperger's a little while ago. Ah. Yeah, I think people forget that Asperger's
Another
got out.
fake Holy Grail. Its owner claimed to be the heir of King Arthur. Scarcely believable. He also insisted a deadly rabbit was hunting
Bipolar,
him.
I don't think is true. One, he wouldn't be functioning as well as he is. Ooh. Oh, that's Holmes. There, look.
Watkinson and Holman, Chapter 1, by Wallace Dioram.
Oh, Mycroft. He always acts so serious, but then reads tripe like this.
John, if I remember correctly, you couldn't put this book down.
How can John read? See, that's why I think he does have some issues. I think this is all just PTSD. I honestly just think he's got a very high intellect, to be honest. I think people can't keep trying to diagnose, like, issues with him. Other than some of the obvious ones. But remember, this was all around before... I mean... Oh, I can't remember who the writer is now. Who wrote Sherlock Holmes? I can't remember who wrote Sherlock Holmes now. Yeah. Yeah, I did just Google it. I can't remember who wrote Sherlock Holmes now. I know. Oh, Arthur Conan Doyle. But to be fair, we're trying to diagnose a fictional character with terms that weren't even around during the time of the writer. I think that's a bit weird. Other than some of the obvious ones. The bipolar one, meh. I think the reason Asperger's went out is because the guy is very weird.
Right you are, Sherry.
Asperger's, is it a doctor or something? He's very, he did some very bad things, just to say the least. I mean, I'm autistic, and I can see a lot of the traits in him.
We heard a noise. I can't recall of exactly what, and we didn't have a great view from behind the statue.
But all this on here today is mainly PTSD, I think, and stuff like that.
The books and papers from
Of
the
this
table
game,
somehow
I mean.
ended up on the floor.
If you
It's
watch some
coming
of
to
the other stuff,
surface, I
like
feel
the
it.
Sherlock TV series, other than autism, none of the other stuff really stands out. And the fact that he's a genius. Yeah. I mean, again, Asperger's isn't really a thing anymore, because we don't really use that term. But yeah, and Savant, I couldn't really say. John felt sick after he recalled the morning of my brother's death. The reaction disturbed me. Oh, wait, yeah, we saw that. Oh, here we go. After examining... Yeah, autistic spectrum disorder. Yeah, I know. I'm autistic. I think it's because Asperger's is the name of the doctor who came up with the Asperger's, and he is not a good person. So we don't use the Asperger's term. Plus, it all links under the autistic spectrum disorder term anyway, so we don't use it. After examining the cabinet of curiosities. So we don't like calling the name Asperger's. I started remembering something from my childhood. We decided to play with the new artifacts, so I used a ladder to reach them on the top shelf. How many of these have we had to do? I just always think of the Batman one, where Batman had to do this. But yeah, if you ever do have a chance to watch the Benedict Cumberbatch one, he's just my favourite at portraying him. And if you were to think of someone being like autistic Sherlock, I would say he is. But I wouldn't say any of the other depictions of Sherlock have bipolar or anything. And this hallucination stuff is just all issues with his mother dying. Sudden noise, but it's hard to see what's happening from behind the statue. Papers and books from the workhouse ended up on the floor, but I'm not sure how. I know someone tore something up from over there.
You're not even
trying,
Sherry.
I know.
Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
How come I'm always not even trying?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
I'm never any good at these. I used a ladder to reach on top of it. There was some noise, but I had to see what's happening from behind the statue. So I know how that one worked, because they were obviously on the ladder. Yeah, it's weird because I got diagnosed as autistic when I was 17, but obviously I knew, well, I kind of guessed. I didn't really know what it was when I was younger. They must have been tearing at that, surely. What else could they have been doing? What is that? What even is that?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Surely they're tearing at the diploma because there's a tear in there.
You're not...
I don't know then.
Not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
It must be that one then, surely.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
I don't think it was an accident. I don't know why they were hiding everything. I don't know why they were hiding everything. As Mother could be, and I don't get what I'm doing wrong here. I'm just trying them all now.
You're not even trying, Sherry.
I am trying.
Concentrate.
I must be missing something. There was a sudden noise, but it was hard to see what's happening in front. Books, paper and books for the work table ended up on the floor, but I'm not sure how. But no one's telling me anything. I know they got ripped up at some point. Maybe they weren't on the ladder then. Used a ladder to reach them. Oh, I don't know what to do here. They're not giving me enough information here. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. I feel like I've gone through nearly every possibility.
You're not even trying.
I am
Sherry.
trying.
Concentrate.
He definitely said about a ladder. So the ladder's got to be there. It's the only thing I'm certain of. I don't know what I'm missing. John's not giving me anywhere near enough clues.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
I am trying. You're not giving me enough information. I know they were arguing over the diplomas at some point, though. What happens if I just exit? Because I can't figure this out. I've never had to do that before. If I just exit...
When you're finished here, can we build a wigwam from the blankets? Like in the good old days?
Well, the ladder wasn't there. So maybe the ladder... The ladder's over there. So maybe it wasn't a ladder. Oh. Let me try once more then. I'm getting fed up with this. It was right first time that time. How the hell did that happen?
Let's go outside. Wait.
How was it right first time that time? It specifically mentioned the ladder in the details.
You call this progress? Charlatan. Amateur. I'm not letting you anywhere near my
Sorry, I
mother.
got a bit annoyed there.
So there was a quarrel between them.
To be fair, the pills were being administered by the doctor, so I don't know. Okay. Sorry, I was getting stressed then. I didn't mean to get stressed at you, Paige. I was just trying to figure this out. It all happened shortly after the incident. Oh, my TV is still in standby mode. Select button to continue. It all happened shortly after the incident in Violet's room on April 9th. Sherry decided to play with artifacts in the cabinet of curiosities. Of course, I went with him. As a result, we became unintentional witnesses to an argument between Mycroft and Otto Reiter. Charlotte's brother was angry. He was sure that Dr. Reiter had done something dubious to their mother and that it backfired. He called Otto a charlatan. Yeah, it's just that how many times? They don't give you anywhere near enough information. I know it's meant to be a puzzle game.
Let's check it out.
I mean, how much more information? Like, they need to give you more.
Sherry, look! We've got a parcel here.
Someone come in and dropped us a
let's
parcel.
see what's inside.
Someone's come in and dropped a parcel for us. I'm waiting for you at Kurtman's mansion. Oh, another case.
An invitation.
I'm not going to do that case, obviously. I'm going to go to bed before that.
Is this, Sherry?
By the way, I'm buying stuff for the manor, and I don't know where they're putting it. You have to buy. You can buy stuff for the manor, by the way. I don't know where they actually put them. Let's have a quick look, see if there's any way obvious where they put them when you buy things for the manor. They didn't put them in the rooms, did they? Maybe there was one up there, maybe the portrait went up there or something. I don't know what I actually bought, to be fair. Oh, there's the... Oh, no, I don't want to go back in there. I still don't know who killed them. I don't know whether the doctor did it or what, but... Either way. Something's still not right. One more look back in that room to see if we missed anything. She said something about key to the drawer.
Ah, the memory comes back. We snuck about watching him.
He closed the drawer and went to the hall. We were like two shadows crawling behind him.
Where did Mycroft put that key to that drawer? I wonder. Find that key and then I'm going to stop the stream. Once we find that key.
He opened the door to the postman and they exchanged documents. If it was a real postman, of course.
Okay, and then what? I just felt something then. But where? Do you go that way? We just come from in it. We just came from in here. So he came in here, went to the post. Did he go upstairs? Yeah, he went upstairs then.
The painting on the wall was slightly at tilt. He stopped and straightened it.
How does Sherlock remember all this? We'll figure it all out. Where did Mycroft put that key?
Then he threw some logs into the
His
fire.
memory.
And
I
sat
wish
in
I had
his
his
armchair
memory.
to read.
I wish I had his memory.
It's as boring now as it was then. I'm sorry, Sherry, but I think that's it.
Is that really it to the key finding story?
John, we never use the fireplace in the mornings. What if...
You put it in the fireplace? You put it in the fireplace, didn't you?
A bit of juniper in the fireplace created a soothing atmosphere. It's the little things, isn't it? I think this is what we're looking for.
The key! We found it, John! It's gonna be really boring, isn't it? Whatever's in there. So good, the music's quite soothing though.
We made it. So what's there?
A bottle of wine? Or whiskey.
Single malt whiskey. Mycroft's
Why
favourite.
single malt? I had to buy my dad some single malt for his 60th. It's really expensive. Well, actually, I bought him some... It wasn't single malt, actually. It was Sassenach whiskey from Outlander. It was still expensive, though. It's something like 70 quid.
Gifted by Queen Victoria herself.
Oh! Wow. Wow, gift from Queen Victoria herself. Let's drink it. Oh, doctor.
Otto Richter.
Otto Richter. Wow, that's something from the doctor. That could be
Otto
important.
Richter.
That could be important, though, whatever's in it then. Right?
This one is rather thick. Mycroft can be truly dogged in his research.
That could be important. 45 years old, born to respected family, married, unmarried, no heirs. Graduated disowned a year to a minor scandal. Oh. Died of cholera. Oh, no, that's not nice. Cholera. Cholera is where it's infected water. It happened a lot, especially in Victorian times. Infected water.
Dossiers on the most influential people on Cordona. Mycroft always had a habit of building files on everyone he met.
Interesting. There we go. You might be about done with that one then. That might be a good time to end it. We've got a new case that's come up. That might be a good time to end it. We've been streaming for, well, have we been streaming for nearly 4 hours? Wow, I did not plan to do that. Wow. That first case was actually got going very, was quite intense actually, that first case, so... Did not intend to stream that long. It's been really interesting actually, yeah. I didn't spend loads of time not knowing what to do. I actually, that case was quite intriguing. And then this thing with the mother came in quite near the end, so... I outstreamed my brother, wow! I wasn't falling asleep either. For once, Sherlock was actually quite intriguing. Not that Sherlock isn't, but I didn't spend loads of time not knowing what to do. It was more like the case was interesting. I wasn't wandering around not knowing what to do. I just kind of needed to know the next lead. I outstreamed him, wow. We'll make up for the next few days, because other than Batman, probably one episode tomorrow, I've got a conference in London and a hotel and everything to do, and staying. What is Sherlock doing? What are you doing? John just staring off in the distance there. But yeah, well, thanks for joining me, Paige, and anyone watching later on. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it, and thanks for being here. I didn't expect it to be that long. I was actually really intrigued, and wow, I didn't see that coming. But yeah, I was very enthralled with this one. This case intrigued me, and wow, I'm just shocked actually. That was not one for me, other than that last Alan Wake one. But yeah, thanks for being here, and thanks for hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, so I'll probably be tomorrow, but it might be a little bit earlier. Probably be about 9, so it'll be about an hour, maybe half an hour earlier than normal. I will try to post beforehand and let people know. It'll be Batman, the next episode of the 2nd season, so the enemy we're in. So plus that episode's normally slightly longer than normal, but that'll be the last stream until Sunday because I've got a conference and stuff for my PhD. But I do have a new thing I'm going to schedule to upload for a video over the weekend, so it won't be all quiet. So but yeah, I hope you've all been enjoying this, and everyone watching as well later on, anyone who watches this. And yeah, it's been an interesting one, this case. This case has been quite sad, but it has been intriguing. And then more about Sherlock's mother is very good. So yeah, thanks for watching with me, and thank you, Paige, again. And everyone watching later on, please do like, comment, subscribe, and as I always say, all that good stuff. And have a good day, evening, whatever, and hope to see you again soon. Good night, goodbye.